We're about to take it back. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up on the radio. Turned up on the radio, turned up on the radio, turned up on the radio. Two mics and a mind. Two mics and a mind. Two mics and a mind. Two mics. Watch this. And a mind. Woo! Yeah. We back.
Two mics and a mind. We're here.
We is here. We back. Listen, had a lot going on, but I tell you what, we got it done. Ain't that right, Tula?
Yes, sir, we did.
We out here in these streets, in the highways and the byways, out here getting it done. You know what I got done today, Tula?
Get done.
My smile.
Oh,
I went to the dentist today.
that is so awesome.
Oh yeah. I went to the dentist today. The dentist like, man, your teeth are just so beautiful. I like, hey now, stop flirting with me. I'm in a relationship. Stop flirting with me now.
Oh, please.
You was so mesmerized by my teeth.
What?
Mm-hmm. Listen, all them people out here, put a 1 in the chat if you have a water pick. To explain to what a water pick is for the people who don't know.
I have a water pick. It's a dental tool that shoots out water. They have different heads that just depending on the need, you can change the head out. The stream can be, it's a water comes out. It can be a small stream, large stream, just depends on what you want. How you want it. So that's a water pick, but nothing beats old-fashioned flossing.
Awesome. Yes.
Nothing beats that. But
yes.
Speaking of, do you know what I was unfortunately told that I have to go back into braces?
That ain't true.
Yes, it is. I had an appointment. Let me tell you why it's true. And because I know what they're talking about, and they didn't even know that I had experience in dental. I don't tell people that when I go to the dentist because I, want to see what you're trying to play me. But he was not playing me. He was old school. And I said, you're absolutely right. It made sense. Okay.
That's not true. I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
See, because I keep my ear tuned to the streets.
Okay.
It's a lot of dentists out here that's in need of financing. Because listen, when people out here struggling these streets, first thing to go is the dentist. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dentists, what they doing, they're out here struggling. So what they doing, they passing word. They saying, hey, go look at all them people who used to have braces and tell them, say, hey, we need to re-brace your braces. We need to redo it. Because I'm telling you, Tula, you have a beautiful smile. Now, I've seen your mouth beforehand.
No, you haven't.
You leaps and bounds. You leaps and bounds.
Never look. I got proof. My teeth ain't never look bad. Number one.
So you just got braces just to get them. I got you. Okay.
To explain, you will understand. My bite has collapsed. Okay, which means it has adjusted. I'm 50, after over 50. So when things just start. Gravity takes control. Things happen. So what happened was my bite became unaligned. Not that my teeth are crooked. No, that's not my issue. It's my alignment. The way my teeth are aligned, that is out. And
there's nothing wrong with that.
Which has caused
that's the same thing with me.
A chipping of my teeth. Okay. So in order to stop the chipping, I have to have realignment.
That's what he told me.
So that comes with age. I don't know if it's probably a thing, not sure, not whatever, but because I know what is going on, and he is exactly right. And there are some things when I went the place that I went to before I wasn't sold on them, but I was using that dentist at that time, and I just wanted to do everything in one shot. So I really should have gone with my first mind and just went to somebody that I trusted, as opposed to somebody new that I did not know. So I was supposed to get him today at 10 o'clock, but I had another appointment at 10 o'clock, so I couldn't do it. So I have to do that. But he says 6 months, about 6 months, maybe a year, and I'm okay with it.
So you getting the rubber bands in your mouth?
It's a necessity. It's not for cosmetics.
But you getting the rubber bands is what you saying?
No. What do you mean, rubber bands? No.
The rubber bands in their mouth that pull, you know, side. The rubber bands that adjust that. That's what I'm asking. You getting them rubber bands?
Maybe. It depends on the orthodontist.
Did you know it's natural for people to have an overbite? That's natural. Like nobody has perfect teeth. Matter of fact, nowadays I'm seeing so many people with perfect teeth that it looks crazy. You can tell it's fake.
That's not what I'm talking about. But yes, that is very true.
Yeah.
Very true. They're very unnatural. And that is not.
It's natural. Look at this smile. My smile, everything but my smile is natural. Tula, your smile is beautiful the way it is. All y'all women out there, I want y'all to know. Smile at yourself, and if you always be yourself, you will never be second best. You are enough. I want y'all to know that.
What were you saying, Joe? They told you the same thing. I think it's a female thing.
My bite is not aligned just like yours. So the doctor said that I'm biting at nighttime when I sleep, so they're chipping on the top. Mm-hmm. So I have to get braces. If not, eventually they're gonna be so uneven.
Yes, I have one. You can't tell but I can tell when it happened. I said, "Oh, you know, your bite is, even if it's off a millimeter off, it is off. It's just off, and you can tell." So,
I know this girl. I remember years ago, she went and got that done because her mouth was her overbite. She had an overbite. She had to go get that alignment. When she got her alignment, it changed the whole slope contour of her face. She looked so weird. So she got a perfect teeth aligned, but her face sure looked flicked. I ain't want to tell her that because she was at my church and all, and that was the pastor's daughter at the time. So
okay, so what? I'm just surprised you got stopped that you didn't tell her that something actually stopped you from saying what you felt.
Oh yeah, I ain't want to do. Yeah, you know, I'm growing. You know, you can't do everything. You know, a lot of stuff. Actually, I done did some crazy stuff at church, believe it or not.
Tell us one thing.
I got into a fist fight in church doing service.
During service?
Yes, I got in a fist fight. Yep, right there.
Well, I can top that. I was in the middle of a girlfriend-wife fight at church.
What?
They were grown. I was not even grown. I think I was like 14, 15, something like that. Ooh. 14, 15, something like that. Look crazy. Something like that. But yes, they got to fighting in the hallway, and I stopped these grown women from fighting each other.
You stopped them?
Yes. Oh my gosh. My first reaction was like, don't fight. That's why, yes, I'm talking about pearls, literally. Now people say literally pearls on the floor, hair being pulled.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Church.
That's what I like. You know what? Two things. Ain't nothing like hearing about a good fight story, and ain't nothing like hearing about a good I fired or I quit my job story. I quit my boss and told my boss. As a matter of fact, people out there in radio land, I want y'all to call in, share your story. If you ever had a chance to quit your job and cut your boss out, tell them to have that job. You know what I'm saying? Or if you ever got into a fist fight or seen something, call in. Let's share this story. We need to know.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. And everybody still stayed at the same church. Everybody's still there. The husband now, and the people that's still married actually to this day.
Well, yeah, because once you fight about it, I mean, you know, now you can get over it.
She stated the girlfriend stayed there.
Yeah.
Kind of left.
Think about it. In most cases, when you fight somebody, y'all usually end up becoming friends.
No, I didn't say they were friends. I said they said
No, I'm just saying in general, when people fight, they usually become friends afterwards.
I can't do that.
Yeah, you can. If you get a good enough behind whipping, you become friends.
Oh my gosh, no.
Well, so you
Yeah.
just
Think
like
about your parents. You know how bad your parents don't whoop your behind, and look, now y'all friends. See?
I have no option. I have no choice.
Hey,
Don't look like that, Tula. Listen,
You said you fist fight someone. Do you win?
I'll repeat that question again. I didn't hear you.
You said you got into a fist fight with someone at church.
Yeah, in church. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. See, this is what you got to learn about fighting.
absolutely, I don't believe it. Go ahead.
90% of the time, the person who throw the first punch is gonna win. So when you fight in real life, you got to learn to throw the first punch. That's number one out the rip. That's number one out the rip. Anybody who don't know how to fight, they're gonna tell you something different. But anybody who know how to fight, you need to throw the first punch. That's 90% of the fight right there, throwing the first punch.
That's assault. Don't nobody.
We was in
Yeah,
church.
don't you get charged if you throw the first punch?
No, not if you fight in church, because if you fight in church, you can say everything covered under the blood. It's under the blood.
Oh my gosh.
But
Yeah.
wait, so why did you get into a fight in church?
Because the other kid was annoying and he was daring me. He kept getting on my nerves and he was like, you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. And the minute I was that kid, if you dare me and say I wasn't gonna do it, oh, it was on at that point.
How old were
He
you?
thought that he could show his behind right there in church and wasn't that gonna happen. But I went right there in church. That's where we got it. I had to go up for prayer and all that at the end. I had to go up for prayer. They had to put that oil on my head. You know, they put that oil on your head. They put that oil on my forehead, made me pray and all that other stuff. And I had
you were around 10?
Probably so. Probably so.
Was your dad the pastor?
No,
Oh, okay. Oh, he wasn't a pastor, he's a preacher, right?
Not when I was 10.
Ever.
What's the question you asking me?
Has your dad ever been a pastor?
Assistant pastor, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Fighting in church. Well, I guess it happens. I never fought nobody in church.
Got my deliverance, and then they went and baptized. I got baptized so many times.
And it ain't crazy.
It's crazy. They keep getting baptized. I remember one preacher told me I had a Nintendo demon because I played Nintendo so much. He said it's a demon in Nintendo, and that's why it got me. Where all I want to do is play Nintendo because the Nintendo demon got me. So it made me come there and get proud.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm for real.
What
kind of parents would let their kids go up there? That's what I'm talking about right there. My parents told me sit my monkey behind down. I'm like, Mike, they're like, no, you got to go on up there. I'm like, man, come on, man. I'm still playing Nintendo after this.
Your parents probably had to pay extra for that one though, for real. That's a specialty prayer.
What that's called when a guest preacher come to your church and he ain't got no message. That's what that's called.
Well, did he
know? He ain't got no message. He ain't got nothing to preach about. So he started picking on the little kids and their behavior. That's what that is. That's just what he did to me.
Did he know you had a Nintendo? No. So
what kid? Nintendo was so popular that it just came out. What kid did not have a Nintendo? Come on.
I had a Nintendo.
Yeah, everybody had a Nintendo.
I guess so, but still.
But you know what? The good news is I've been delivered. I've been delivered. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ooh, I've been delivered. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So yeah. Got my teeth all feeling right and all and everything. The smile feeling good. I think it's called a probe. You know, when they probe your teeth and they give you the counts.
Yes,
sir. Since you're a dentist, since you're pretty much a dentist. Like, what is in most cases when people come through? What is like the typical score when they doing the probing? In your opinion?
Usually between 4 and 6.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy higher. That's what I'm talking about. Your boy got low scores. Your boy got 2s, 3s, and some 1s.
You said higher. I'm like, boy, you got periodontal disease.
Let me tell you what I do. So what Tuli said is good. It's nothing that beat flossing, but it is one thing that even good at all. It's a combination of the 3. We already said the water pick. We already talked about the floss, but there's something called a scaler. Y'all need to get y'all a scaler. They got it at the food store. The drug store for like $8-9. Get y'all a scaler. Watch some YouTube videos. I went over with my dentist, showed me how to use it, and showed me the proper use. Listen, I've been doing that thing. It's a wrap. They be like, man, what you do? How your score get like that? I told them about that scaler. They're like, you ain't supposed to use no scaler. I said, look at my teeth. They're like, well, it is. You know how to use it. I said, yeah, it is.
It's a very dangerous.
It ain't dangerous to you, no.
Because you can
testing and driving is dangerous. Using the scale ain't dangerous to.
It is. It's dangerous to your dental health. It is. It can be.
Well, why did my scores improve?
They probably say that because they don't want to see you every 3 months.
And that's when I go. I go every 3 to 4 months. Every 3 to 4 months when I go.
That's why. Okay. So actually, yes. Once you are a periodontal patient, you continue to be. You never go back to not being a periodontal patient. You have periodontal maintenance, which they can do between 3 and 4 to 5 months. Maybe that's pushing it, but you'll never get just a regular prophy usually. Because you have that bone loss. Bone loss is bone loss. Bone does not regrow. So
explain something to me because there's a score. But go ahead, Dr. J. You were saying something.
Yeah. How can you get bone loss? How does that happen?
Go ahead and explain, Tula.
Bone loss happens when you have an infection in your gums. And you have calculus that's there, and it's unattended when you leave it there and it's not cleaned out. And sometimes it's hereditary. And you see people have the same loss of teeth and things like that. You say, well, my mom lost her teeth when she was 25, or and I'm 25 now. I'm losing my teeth. Sometimes that's hereditary. A lot of times it's hereditary. If you have certain things about your teeth are genetically alike. For instance, my husband's mother, he and his mother, they have the same teeth. And Bryce had that tooth as well. It's anyway.
You don't put it out there now. Now you don't put it out there. You gotta clean this up.
I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is. But just know that there is a very similar. Their teeth are actually very much alike, but they don't smile often. Well, you just have to look. It's hard to say, but it's really hard to tell you how it is. But yeah, that's exactly what happens when you have periodontal disease, which is a disease in your gums. That's what happens. Gum disease. It's a gum disease.
That's interesting. So the next thing I want to tell y'all,
just cleansing it,
you have to get it. Yeah, the periodontal disease is between the teeth and the gums.
So just keep on cleaning.
Yeah, you have to keep them clean. Keep that because it becomes like a ditch. You have to just keep the ditch clean. Okay. And hopefully your gums are real attached so that you won't have any more debris in the ditch. But that bone loss is there. It's still going to be there. Your gums may come down a little bit lower because of that bone loss, but your gums are still there. They'll heal and they'll come back. But as far as your bone does not regenerate.
Scary.
I mean, it's not. You ain't gonna lose. Well, sometimes people lose their teeth, but
Resident Joe, when the last time you been to the dentist?
I would say November. December, so 2020.
So what's a good practice of what you want to do is just definitely take all those 3 into consideration, which is your water pick, your floss,
you can do that,
your scaler.
Yeah. Don't scale your teeth. I don't know what you're doing.
I just keep floss, wash, brush my teeth.
People always do that. Leave it to the professional. Why do people always want to shortcut something?
How is somebody shortcutting something? They actually sell it right there at the store next to the toothbrushes.
For people like you.
So then me brushing my teeth and practicing dental hygiene on a routine basis, I'm shortcutting myself because I'm circumventing the dentist. Them people want your money. Listen, if you ain't got no wisdom teeth, all that, they be trying to pull my wisdom teeth out for years. I'm like, my wisdom teeth don't even hurt. You need to get your wisdom teeth pulled. You should get your wisdom teeth pulled. I'm like, I don't need my wisdom teeth pulled. They're just fine. They don't hurt me at all.
Mine were moving my teeth because there was no space.
That'll happen.
My wisdom teeth grew and I just got smarter and smarter. That's how I know everything.
Woo!
Welcome to the show. We got the one on in the show. What's going on? Welcome.
Hello.
Very short time. My sons, I have been in the country today, and I was outside with them, and I am paying for it. My sons are giving me a fit. How y'all doing? I just did want to show my face, and
I'm fine.
should be.
I apologize.
Terrible person, terrible with that. And I had to put up with that. When she passed gas the other day, gift shop. She said, brr, she was brr. She said, oh, that's just air. I keep saying, so what do you think I'm passing? How you nasty? Oh, you so nasty. She walked, listen, brr. Oh, it's air.
That's love.
That's not love, first of all.
That love. Sound like she love you.
It's not.
That's a good relationship where y'all communicate. I mean, y'all can talk about anything.
Not acting. Go with it.
That's
Resident
love.
Joe, are you at that point yet, Resident Joe?
Oh my goodness. Why do I have to bring that up? I mean, sometimes you can't help it. But mines are also gas. They're not.
Air.
They're air.
So you find them pass gas in public around your husband?
In public.
Not what in public. Like, what do you mean in public? Like, where?
You said that you were trying to run in the bathroom and hide it. Have you been around your husband and just farted?
Oh my goodness. Let's talk about something else.
I'm a life coach. I gotta get y'all relationship to that next level, girl.
You can talk to me once you get married. You can talk to me about that.
You don't want to do that because you're gonna limit yourself. If you don't talk to married people, that's 75% of people in the world you ain't gonna even be able to talk to.
Well, I talk to married people because they've gone through it.
Oh, you are crazy.
Hey, I'm just trying to help her now.
I mean, I know that you in particular, you just let it go.
Who you talking about, Raw?
You, 'cause I've
No,
heard
let me
you.
tell you something.
He's done it in front.
Now,
Like, he
now I'm
doesn't
not talking about anybody on the panel right now.
Okay.
But I just let y'all know.
Yep.
One day I was attending a synagogue, and when the pastor, he said a prayer, he just farted right all through the prayer. I was like, oh my goodness. I know y'all ain't gonna believe that. Y'all ain't gonna believe that. Y'all happened to y'all before? That happened to y'all?
Consider it. Actually, yeah.
Oh, it has y'all too. Wow, that's coincidence. Wow.
Not once. I can
On
handle
a
it.
routine basis. Hold on, I just heard that cough. Now he just coughed. You saying allergy, but I just heard a cough.
My sons, man, that's like kicking my behind.
You know, well, I appreciate you sticking your head up. I want to say real quick then while you're on here, I did get a text from him. I want to just send a special salute to Confederate 48. We'll hop you too. He sent us the message. So definitely Confederate 48 if you're out there watching.
I forward the message.
Feel better. Hang in there.
Yeah, definitely.
What?
But yeah, so you would say that you already feel comfortable without being married. You already fart around your girlfriend.
Let me tell you something.
Just
Always be yourself.
Does your girlfriend?
And you'll never be
fart around
second
you?
best.
Does your girlfriend fart
Listen,
around you?
listen. What I want to tell you is I fart when I want to fart, whether I'm in a relationship or not, because that's who I am. So
No,
anybody in the sound of my voice, be
I know
you,
you do.
do you. That's
I know
all I'm
you
saying. Be you, do you. This ain't got nothing to do with you being in a relationship or not. Do you, be you, whoever you is out there.
I know you do. Does your girlfriend fart around you?
Women don't fart.
What they do?
I don't know. I don't know. They don't fart. I don't know.
They have air.
That's right.
I don't know. Y'all know more than me, but I haven't. That's something I haven't witnessed.
And then when you a girlfriend, you pass that air privately. Like let me excuse myself.
His girlfriend probably fart.
So anything spectacular been going on in y'all week y'all want to share?
No, let's see. Oh, what was I getting ready to say? Yeah, sinuses. It's that time of year. Let me see. It's that time of year. What can you do to keep your sinuses clear? You can actually, if you have problems with your nose, this is what I've done in the past, and it helps just wonderfully. Warm salt water as hot as you can get it. Close one nostril. Suck it up. It's gonna come through your mouth or your throat. You guys cough it up. To the other nostril. Suck it all the way up. It's gonna come through your nostril, through your mouth, and clear your throat and your nose. That'll help you. That'll help a lot with sinus pressure and things going on with your nose. It would definitely help, which is probably what I have to get him to do tonight if he's allowed, if he's able, willing and able.
That weather's starting to change. It's starting to, like, today was a beautiful day. Today is the first day I actually had to turn my air conditioner on.
What?
Yeah.
It's cold right now, though.
Oh, it is?
It's supposed to be, what's the weather? It's raining tomorrow. Raining tomorrow, and I think this weekend. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, but they're still gonna be warm though. But it is supposed to rain Friday and partly sunny, partly rain on Sunday, and then it goes back cold Monday, Tuesday. And then
So good. I love this weather when it's nice and warm.
I think does the spring break officially start this week coming now? I think or something like that. Are the schools on spring break now?
No.
In Florida, they are. Maybe that's
they are, because my mother, she's a teacher, and she was telling me she's starting her spring break.
Yeah, some of my kids that I have in Florida.
Spring break was always in March.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Not here though.
No, so I'm in Florida. I grew up in Florida, so in Florida, spring break was always in March.
Now it can run March, April, depends on time of year.
And I remember when I lived in Ohio, it was spring break and actually snowed during spring break, and I was like, oh my goodness, that was really weird. Oh yeah. Yep.
I remember ours always being in April. It was always April. The first week of April, that's when Easter was.
It makes sense to give it once the weather starts breaking so the kids can enjoy it.
Oh, spring break is this week in Memphis. We have a listener in Memphis that said that. Wow, this is so early.
So early.
Easter? That is crazy. Oh, that was just went together for us. Oh, that's so crazy. How they change stuff, but okay, that's early. It just had a winter break. Well, I don't know about everybody else, but maybe that's why ours is not right now, because we just had a.
I thought winter break was that Christmas break they give the kids. Ain't that considered winter break?
It's a
holiday.
Fall break.
No, they would give us like the whole week. Like we got like 1 or 2 weeks off.
I don't know what they call it, but a break is
we would get that whole week of Christmas off, and then we get that next week all the way until it come back after New Year's.
The second. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. So I think that was called like the winter break or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was a little kid, I was always confused. I was like, so if that's the winter break, then where's the loser break?
Horrible.
It's really bad, It's bad.
Creative.
Okay.
Really? That you call that creative?
That was very creative.
Cool.
Somebody threw tomatoes at you.
Is that Danielle Jones? Hey, how you doing there, Danielle? Thank you for watching. You're one of my biggest fans. I get a lot of your fan mail throughout the week. I appreciate the support. Thank you.
Tomatoes. That was horrible.
You're sick. So what's going on in the news today? So we should hear by tomorrow about Fady, right?
I'm so ready. Ooh, I'm so ready. I already know what the verdict is. I already know what the verdict is.
Think the he are okay. So, what do you think it means? With the dismissing some of the the counts against him, and then does that mean that the team is not going to be removed, or it's just going to have to be done whether the team is removed or not?
So, as far as the counts being removed, I actually read through the counts.
Do tell.
I think that's very minimal. It really has no bearing on anything, and it really wasn't. I'm removing the counts. It was more so of, hey, you need to go back and rewrite these particular, counts that I'm giving you. Go back and rewrite them and provide more clarification as to the specificity of what particular violation that they violated their oath. You left it kind of broad. So that's more so like what was really did. He's like, hey, I'm going to remove these and y'all need to go back and re-specify. So those really didn't have any bearings because it's total of 41. If you remove 6, you still got 35 other counts still remaining. So
okay. So do you think what's your prediction?
Oh, she disqualified. She gone. Fanny gone. Matter of fact, she called me up talking about what time the service started. When did the Shabbat again? How was she kind of like, all right, Fanny. She said she's trying to get right. Fanny ready to get right.
Wait, to be clear, she's disqualified from specifically
her from prosecuting the case for Donald Trump.
I got one special announcement real quick.
Sure.
We come back to Fanny. That joke that I made earlier, we got a fan out there that really did enjoy that joke that I made earlier. I just want to bring that up to y'all. It ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. But you know what I mean? I'm not gonna boast on my jokes. I don't do that. What I'm gonna do is I want to go back to Fanny.
The only
What's
one.
y'all commentary on it? What do y'all think about it? What do y'all think the vote? Will she or will she not be disqualified?
I think she will not be disqualified. I don't.
Why?
Case. I don't see the case. I don't see enough
evidence,
proof that, like, without a shadow of a doubt, proof. There's a lot of maybe. Could have. That looks like it. Sounds like it. Maybe. Then maybe not. Who's to say? It could have. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of that. It's too much of that. If it was like boom, 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 yes, and it's like maybe not. I think reasonable doubt. There's a lot of reasonable doubt there for me.
All right. So let me ask you this: in terms of perspective, I'm just curious because you've seen her testimony. In your opinion, did she perjure herself?
That's an interesting choice of word.
Oh, excuse me. Perjure.
You looking like Nathan Wade was. Did you go in the cabin?
No. Let me tell you why. Because if she said yes, she said yes. He came over there. Yeah. I mean, he picked me up. He drove with the lunch, with dinner.
She talked for about 2 or 3 hours. In that 2 or 3 hour epilogue where she talked, did she perjure herself in your opinion?
No. She told him.
So they've already been fact checks and she's already perjured herself several times. I just seen one episode where they were just literally showing her. They asked her while she was on the stand, has she ever been to the White House during that time? And she specifically said no. On the bench, she specifically said no. Now they come out. Now they got the White House log showing that she was at the White House, me with the vice president. They got it on the log, open records request. So that's just one example.
But when did they ask her? When did she go?
During the trial. I mean, they asked her the question. They asked her this question while she was on the stand during the trial.
I understand, but I'm asking, the question was while you were with him, would y'all take a trip, or was it before to discuss the charges that are going to be brought against him?
The specific question to her at that time.
Tell you what, give me a minute. I understand your question. Let me see if
but
I can.
You know what's horrible? That they grabbed clips from her and put her to look even worse than what it really is.
No, that's not true. Don't do that. They ain't have to do that. You can replay it with no edits, and she make herself look bad either way.
But you said
I think I think she might have answered the questions a little bit too long and a little bit extra than what she should have. But
well, you asked me a question, I'm gonna give you just that.
she was trying. I feel like she was trying to be honest, but she kind of like messed it up with that. I don't know. We shall see. I'll be shocked. I will be shocked if you're correct, Huli.
Play the thing, the whole thing, love. Don't play it. It's
That part.
You play the whole thing and be fair. You know how you do. Don't do you today. Okay? Please, sir. Thank you.
Well, y'all give me a moment. I'm going through. She got so many good hot takes on here. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. I just got to find.
Gonna be taken off or no? Tony, you think she gonna be taken off or no?
Do I want to be taken out?
Yeah. Let me take you out.
I heard. No, I can hear y'all. I'm sitting here. I know how to remove myself.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
She said, "I want to be taken out."
No, that's not what she's asking.
She said, "Do you want to be taken out?" I'm returning a text, a long text to somebody.
That's what I asked.
She asked you. She just asked you on a date. Do you want me to take you?
No. I'll never get caught up in that Fannie Wilson stuff. They don't get me. I would take Fannie out, especially if she pay. I mean, that way if I don't get nothing, I don't feel like I lost. When I took you on that date, and you talking about, you don't get nothing.
Now go back to your texting.
All right.
It's like I could take myself out.
Please. Ain't nobody got time for that. Look at Dwayne. I'm trying to find that. Let me find that.
Let me look. Let me.
Well, the lady is the clip is like 2 or 3 hours long when she was on the stand. That's a lot of footage to go through. You know what I'm saying? But just bear with me. I'm gonna get it.
You said we just doing it based on what you said. You said they had, so show us that they had.
No, listen. What I'm saying is within her 2 or 3 hour testimony when she was on the stand, she was asked the question, have you ever visited the White House during that time period or whatever? And she said no. They later came back and they found the actual log showing other White House or do an open records request showing that Fannie Willis did indeed make it to the White House during that time they asked her when she perjured herself. That's just an example. So the question I was asking you is, did she perjure herself? And that was just one example that the lawyer gave.
So I'm asking when that information was
that's what I'm saying. Let me find the video. Is what I'm saying. Let me find the video so that you can actually see it.
No. Yeah, I just want to know if it was during that lady's testimony or was it during the actual trial or her.
This was while she was actually on the stand.
Okay.
Yeah. She was actually on the stand during that time. So yeah, Dr. Joe, what do you think she gonna get disqualified, Dr. Joe?
I'm a little bit with you. I think she is, unfortunately.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Hello.
What's going on?
But at the end of the day,
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Do you think Fonnie Willis is going? Wait, do you think Fonnie Willis will be removed from the case?
Yes.
Care to explain?
It just she did too much embarrassment just to the courts, just to our race, our society.
Embarrassment.
Yeah, it's embarrassing that she spoke at a Women's Day convention.
That part.
It's like, I think the judge, he already got embarrassed by letting her do her antics in the court, and I think he let her.
What antics, sir?
I think he let. What antics?
Mm-hmm.
You lied. Let me show you where you lied at. Right here. This is where you lied at. Right here. This where you lied at. No, I sat here and watched you lie. Ma'am, how did you know to come in the courtroom? Were you listening? Oh, I saw him leave, so I figured it was my turn. It was just too much antics.
Let me ask you about another antic. What tea do we have for sinuses on this?
I don't have no tea. I don't have any tea. I don't have any tea. You had to do that nose thing.
gonna be a bad damn mother bill for that lady.
Man, the judge already done did the interview. And on top of that, the way you can tell it too is because remember, like 2 weeks ago, in the closing arguments, her side like literally had no defense, no reason on why she should not get disqualified. He did such a horrible job in that closing argument. It was just like he couldn't even come with no reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And the defendants, their lawyers was trying to offer even more. Say, Judge, we got way more proof. We got cell phone records. We got another witness out there. We got other testimonies out. And just like, hey, you know what? I heard enough.
You know the problem is the defense used the same technology on pinging the cell phone that the prosecutor is using in the YSL case.
Yes.
And so they're using the same technology against them, saying we got records saying where you was, where the gang activity was happening, but now they're trying to deny it inside of their own case, saying it's not reliable. So it's kind of, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but I think they're gonna, they're gonna dismiss her from the case. But I think when they dismiss her, they got to dismiss the whole crew that's on it, and get a whole nother prosecution to run it. So there's a lot of stuff going on. The judge up for re-election. It's a lot going on. He was on a radio show. He was on Shirley Winter's show.
I don't even know who that is, but I listened in to listen to the judge.
Yeah, Shirley Winters was the guy who Preacher and I we going to interview with. Light skinned guy. He's on 95.5.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did that interview go?
With what?
Like, what did they ask? What did you think about the interview?
Yeah, with the judge, he won't really answer no questions about the case because he can't. He didn't. Right. He tried to push it.
Yeah, he did.
Like, look, I can't talk about it. He said maybe some years down the line we can sit back, and go over the case and talk about it. But yeah, it's a tough situation right now.
Yeah. That's true. That's no truth right there. That shows no truth right there.
How y'all got on that subject?
The law doctor asked if she's gonna get disqualified, and Thule said she's not. I believe she is.
Okay.
Then he says he has a video where they asked her if she's been into the White House, and she said no. So he's trying to look for that footage.
Yeah, her testimony's so long, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, just look at it. If she doesn't get disqualified, whoever she interviews, they can do the same thing with.
You know what? That is true.
You lied. This is where you lied at right here. So,
yeah. So really, when you think about it, the question is just along the lines of perjury. Committed perjury. So it's just one of those kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The love doctor. If you put on YouTube when she said no to that particular question, it doesn't come out.
No. She got like a testimony, like an hour and 25 minutes long. I'm trying to see if I can find it, but I'm trying to.
So basically, she was lying. Is that what you're trying to say?
In her own testimony, I think in all three of those people's testimony, all of them kind of sort of admitted to perjury to a degree.
I can see what you're saying.
From what they're saying, they said she's up for re-election in the fall. Fannie Willis, she's up for re-election, so that's gonna be another tough thing for him. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Running for office is not a decision I take lightly. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one for him.
Man, it's gonna be real tough, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very, very, very tough indeed. So it's gonna be interesting. So tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow's the big day indeed.
So what tomorrow? What tomorrow is, Dwayne?
Tomorrow is the day that the judges makes this announcement in the ruling. He's gonna go ahead and give his ruling to determine if she's disqualified or not.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So we are looking at it from all different perspectives. I just watched a lot of clips. You know, people are saying, "Hey, she did perjure herself during the process." They're basically saying every attorney perjured themselves, and it's just one of those things where it's just a lot going on, man. It's a whole lot going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Will it be a public thing, or will he just be given a notice?
Notice. They say he's been working on drafting a letter, and
Okay.
he's gonna have that submitted by tomorrow, close of business. So
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah, we already know what that letter gonna say. But you know what it does, man? It just shows me to the degree of how people go, and people are, no matter how powerful you think you are, you know, you can always be limited and shut down at the end of the day. You know, she thought that she was the almighty, but at the end of the day, when your skin ain't the right complexion, you better sit your behind down somewhere. She learned that real quick.
You think she thought she was the almighty? I think a lot of the
Absolutely. And you know how I can tell? It's by her actions. So what ends up happening is when you get away with things more and more and more, you don't get caught. You start to get more and more outrageous and careless and outlandish, to the point, because you didn't get caught the first time or the second time or the third time or the 12th time or the 15th time.
do that.
Now you saying, hey, I can just hire my boyfriend, get him $700,000 and we can just run it. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, this right here, what she's doing is nothing compared to stuff she's probably done in the past.
Wow.
And her, the reality of it, the fact that she's having sex with an employee or a contractor is nothing compared to what all the other attorneys are doing. So what all the other judges are doing. So it's nothing compared to her.
So why are you gonna judge her if everyone is the same way?
You don't realize who she is now? The only thing that set her apart is because she wanted to put her whole life under a microscope by saying, I'm going to prosecute and arrest and put out a mugshot of the highest man in the land.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she knew this was gonna happen. Come on.
That's crazy.
Well,
you know, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody, you know, they looking, you know, all the black women, they want her to be innocent, you know, and of course everybody want her to be innocent because of the race, because of the, but it's just like the OJ trial, man. You like, dang, man, I think OJ did it. You like, nah, he ain't do it. He ain't do it. But I mean, really, I really want her to get herself together. You get what I'm saying? I want like her to be disqualified myself. But I mean, this a white America right here. And the way stuff going, man, it don't look good. It don't look good.
I think she was messy, but I don't think she thought she was almighty.
She said almighty.
That's crazy to say.
we think well of ourselves. We're just, you know.
Tuli, that's what the love doctor said. That's what happens to her because she thought she was almighty.
Uh-oh.
I think that's extreme to say. I think she was a little messy, but that she thought she was almighty.
So what you gotta realize too, Resident Joe, is she is the prosecutor, meaning that literally everybody who goes to jail, she is the reason, or she's the person who serves them and is the reason that they go to jail, so or prison or long-term sentences. So she's held to a standard where literally, you know, you can't go out here doing the same stuff that you're arresting everybody else for. You putting racketeering charges on stuff, but in fact, what you're doing is a form of racketeering yourself. So it is the other thing about that is that what she needs to do is, her main goal is what she opened up with. She opened up with talking about how she has like this 95% conviction rate. That's the wrong thing. What you want to say, when you're the prosecutor, your goal is not to have a high conviction rate. Your goal is to pursue justice. It's not saying, hey, I want to get all these people convicted. I want to pursue justice, and I want to make certain that justice is pursued, not just these people. Because at the end of the day, you start putting a lot of innocent people in jail.
So not serving prosecution is not a form of justice.
No, it's not. What you end up doing is in a lot of situations, what it is, the way the system is set up.
What?
You make no
The way
sense.
that the system, the way that the system is set up sometimes is that it'll penalize people who are poor. So if you don't have money where you can bond out of jail, they will give you a deal and say, hey, if you plead guilty, we'll go ahead and let you out of jail. So now you have people who can't afford to fight the system. They have to go ahead and cop a deal just so they can get out of jail.
Who said those were all her clients? You can't.
Yes, thank you, Julie.
She got her prosecuted.
Listen, that's what the prosecutor does. So they have something known as the prosecutor, and they have something known as the solicitor. You know what a solicitor is, right?
No, tell us.
Please.
The solicitor, basically, whenever you go to court, the charges that are placed on you, for instance, let's say hypothetically, I stole something. The person who I stole from, they say, hey, I don't want to charge him, drop the charges. The state or the prosecutor can then pick up the charge and say, hey, I want to go ahead and prosecute. That person that's now filing the charges of you, when it says the state versus whoever the individual is, that is a representation of the prosecuting office. So those people who work for them is known as a solicitor. So the solicitor are the lower, more lesser experienced lawyers that work under the bracket of the actual prosecutor. It's almost like when you go to the doctor, you might see the nurse and the nurse assistant. All of them still work up under that particular doctor, and that's the way that thing actually works. So I ran into a lot of people who've been victim of that, and I've seen a lot of different stories of people who've been victim of that simply because they're poor and they can't get out of jail. They can't afford a bond. So their thing is, hey, if you go ahead and plead guilty, we'll let you out. So that's how they can get a high conviction rate, which is absolutely right. Almost every state has those high conviction rate because a lot of people go ahead and plead out just so they can get out of jail because they don't have the finance to bond out.
Okay, so that sounds like it's a choice then that person is making.
No, it's not a choice.
Oh, okay.
When you're incarcerated, you're not incarcerated because you chose to be incarcerated.
No, I'm saying to get out. You said they're choosing to take the deal.
No, if you don't listen, if you're incarcerated, you're gonna do whatever you do to get out of that bad situation. So if they say, hey, pay me $1,000 and I'll let you out. If you don't have $1,000, how you gonna get out? Or so they say, since you ain't got the money, go ahead and plead guilty, and I'll let you out right now. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna plead guilty just so I can get out.
So that makes her that old thinking that she's almighty.
That's all.
Hey, Joanna, she don't like that whatsoever, man.
She don't like that word. Joanna don't like that.
I really think that that's a big word to describe the woman. I think that what he's describing is not for all situations, so you can't pinpoint the woman for those situations that do not happen all the time, and it's different occasions. Like so, for some people, yeah, it's true, but for some other people, it's she rightfully puts them in jail.
Joanna, let me tell you, the only problem with her is she's a light-skinned black female. So right there, Dwayne is already saying she thinks she's almighty, like nothing else. Just that alone.
That's a really crazy word to describe the woman.
That's the truth.
Yeah, it's just that alone. Like just what I just said. No, nothing about the case.
That's not the case. Nope.
That's it right there.
So she's a light-skinned woman, so she thinks she's almighty. Just say how you feel it.
With power. Yeah, that's Dwayne's.
Yeah.
That's right there.
But her position does not.
But
it actually does. She is the highest prosecutor in Fulton County.
I'm sure she worked very hard to get there.
No, Joe. No.
Hey, I'm sure Nathan Wade worked hard to get where he at too.
No, he didn't. That's the problem I'm having here.
Hey, Joe, that's a layup right there. I know she worked hard to get there. Yeah, she worked very hard to get there.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that.
It's so sad that we have to throw all her hard work to the garbage because of.
Nah, she still using
because of fair to the heart.
She's still using her hard work, so it's not all thrown away.
though.
Man, I tell you, don't fall because that fall is gonna be
These folks, I tell you.
almighty, huh?
So hold on. So what are we saying now? What so Smitty say no?
What?
Disqualified?
No.
She's not disqualified.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Now, if she is disqualified, what will you take from tomorrow? Why?
You said what?
If she is disqualified tomorrow, what will be your stance? What will you say? It's not fair. She didn't get a fair trial. What's going to be it?
I would say I'm surprised because it was a reasonable doubt. I would just be surprised. I'd be like, I wouldn't say all that. I think all that was fair, whatever. I'd just be like, I'm surprised. I'm shocked because it was reasonable doubt.
Reasonable doubt?
Yeah. For me.
He probably would be dumb enough to keep her in there. Wouldn't make sense. She killed her credibility. Should she be fired? In all honesty, at this point where she's at, and I'll be honest with me, honestly, she should be terminated. If she keep her law like somebody found her qualified, but at this point, as an attorney, you convict people for what you did. Perjuring yourself is a criminal offense. This is something that you strongly advise a person before they answer questions. Be aware at that point that if you perjure yourself, you can be arrested. Now, you have to let a person know that, and she should have been told, and she knows that as being she is the highest law enforcement. She is the highest law enforcement for Fulton County. And being that person and a former judge and a prosecutor and an attorney, all this you know. And for the sake of covering up, you made a situation worse than what it actually was. Me and Wade date. What woman goes on a date with a man and pays half? No, I can show you my bank account. You will not see large deposits or any deposit. It would have ended. People know you're dating. What man gonna go out and you actually having sex with him and he's gonna sell half your money? That means he don't even care about you. Why would I be taking half the cost of everything we do when we're dating? We're having a sexual relationship for years, feeling emotions, other things. Come on, at this point, this is what? This is a retarded relationship. If you say, I've grown so much respect for Wade. She dummified. Her dad's an idiot. I don't remember. I can't remember.
That's
I bet you every piece of money I ever made in my life. You can't say I can't remember, but I bet you this is a contradictory statement. These people did his friend a major liar. I don't remember. Speculation. You can't speculate when you say they told you. They all of them, honestly, they should all be disbarred. Her father should not be in good standing. They perjured themselves, and it was dumb. You made a simple relationship, although you brought him in, you could have justified. No one wanted to take the case. Nobody. I can show you people, nobody would take the case. He was paid the same amount as everybody. Yes, we have a relationship. You can check my bank account. There has never been a deposit. No unfrequent. There's no way she has money. You get paid by check. Where did the cash come from? I gave Wade back the money. Wade, where's the deposit? This is easy. Wade should be able to produce the cash.
That's true.
The judge, well, there's no need to keep badgering him. He said he can't remember. The judge know if there was anybody else, they'd have cut that out. That was a circle.
Quick.
You're like, there's nobody you let keep. He'd advise him. At this point, you're about to perjure yourself. That's what the judge supposed to do as a referee. At this point, you are at the state of perjury. If we find that you perjure yourself, I'm going to ask for you to be arrested. Man, arrest. I'm going to recommend you be disbarred. That's business. As a referee, that's fair. You can like Michael Jordan, you can like Dwayne Wade, you can like LeBron James, you can like Magic Johnson, whoever. If your foot is on the line, it's a foul. It's no good. It don't have nothing to do with me liking you. This is the game. The judge is only a referee to make sure that everyone stays in their lane. These people swerved, ran off the road. They have destroyed innocent people. They have impeded. There is no way. He will more than likely try to lay on the case for the sake of Donald Trump need to be. Donald Trump should not get away. He needs to be prosecuted. If you got to put every count together, there's no one line on him. White people, black, it don't make no difference. I don't like Joe Biden, not 1 ounce of bit. It is retarded that this man can get away. You have just circumvented the whole legal system. So let me get it straight. If enough white people get mad, we can't prosecute them. If enough white people send threatening letters to your home, at that point, why are we getting turned? All we need to do is threaten the judges. Go spray paint their house and the prosecutor, and everybody's case get thrown out. Third world countries do this stuff. What are we afraid of? The people that's running out here risking their life, ready to go to prison, don't even know the man, don't even like him. You can't tell other people to obey the law and you deliberately break the law. You storm the Capitol at this man's advice. He knew he let him. This man called Rothenberg, clearly told him, I need 11. How many votes they have? This is how many I need. As the president of the United States, why can't you be prosecuted? Why you had this up? What's your done now?
I found it, Dr. Joe. What Tula and Dr. Joe requested, I found it.
Oh, go ahead.
Here's what Fani Willis said during her sworn testimony to the court.
My next question is based on her opening the door, and therefore I'll just ask it, and Your Honor can decide whether or not it's appropriate. When you went to D.C., did you go to the White House?
I did not go to the White House.
No. Well, apparently I'm going to get the answer anyhow.
There you have it. Next question.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the Secret Service check mark of one Fani Willis at the White House. The dates and times. Turns out that Fani Willis did go to the White House right there. 5/30/2023. Well,
hold on.
She probably didn't understand the question.
No. Because she did go to talk to them about the case. Yes, but I'm trying to.
But she said on stand that she did not. The whole thing, she committed perjury. She said on stand, no. You heard what she asked. She said no.
Where did this question stem from?
No. Let's hold on now. Now y'all got to understand Matlock and Perry Mason. All right, let me say this. The question was, did you go to the White House? All right. The White House is actually a building. That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When she went to the address of Pennsylvania 8th Avenue, she did not go in the White House. If you look where it says location is VPR, what room did she go to? She went to the side lawn where it says tent.
So she did not go to the White House.
So she did not go.
Exactly. There you go.
She did not go to the White House. So the question should have been, did you attend an event that was held on the White House property? So when she said it, it's a step above than what he asked. So if he didn't ask the right question, that's his problem.
And they using that to say that she lied.
And that's what's happening for every video.
Let's listen to what this lady have to say and tell me what y'all think.
What is this going to mean for Fani Willis? I mean, when you have these kind of federal RICO case, Fani Willis lied. Watch.
I wonder. Okay, so in that testimony, did she deny the start date of this affair?
Yes, she said it started in early of 2022. There was some discrepancy between them, a month or two here and there, whether it started. Generally, it was around March, is what Mr. Wade.
So what are the consequences for an attorney to give sworn testimony that she did? If you're Bradley, what is it, Yerke? Yerty, your Trackhawk data, your other independent verifications are found to be truthful.
It's a crime. It's a felony. You'd lose your license. Okay. It's perjury.
Same for Wade.
Yes. And we have rules that are one of the, outside of privilege and confidentiality, we cannot suborn perjury. So if I have a client who tells me I did it, I can't put them on the stand to say I didn't do it. Okay. I would lose my license over that. I cannot do that.
And
is Fani Willis?
So it ain't just Fani, it's all other attorneys involved that are looking at possibly losing their license. Wade, the other guy, Terrence Bradley, all of them. It's not just Fani alone.
That's why they made his attorney take away the confidentiality, because that's what he could have used. And they looked at in this case, because of the severity of this case and the seriousness of the case, that's why the judge did an override of his right to privacy, because at this point it's not something that he could say that would jeopardize his other case. Like typically you got confidentiality, it's because it would jeopardize something else. But based off this case, it was needful to know, because it was dealing with the prosecution, somebody and criminal activity on their end. So at this point, his attorney could not invoke attorney-client privilege, especially when he's the person that volunteered. They never came to him. He reached out to them. So these people are all worse than clowns. Everybody talking about the YSL case and how stupid he look in this group. When they really look at these people, look worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming out tomorrow.
Well, don't be surprised they leave her on the case. Don't be surprised. But at the same time,
I got my vote.
I already got my vote too, Boston.
Them doctors gone.
Hey, the reason why that judge is taking 2 weeks is he want to make certain he lined it up so she can't even do an appeal. That's all he doing. He talking to all his other white judge friends, and they say this is how we gonna slice it.
You know what? I think it's the best thing for her though. Just get out the way.
She done brought too much. Yeah,
she has. Yeah.
She done stirred up so many rednecks.
Oh.
Yup.
That if he get convicted, you know they're gonna be hollering. Fannie Wilson no one set Donald Trump up. We're dealing with a prosecutor that has made a bad decision, and further the lie to make it worse. Went to a black church and made it a white issue.
Yep.
Why did you question these white boys?
Yep.
It made it sound like she was innocent. For that, she should be proud. Yeah, you did the same thing he did. When he goes and strut up and say he's a victim, what do white people want to do? They want to defend. They want to tell. So you came to us to do what? To say that you were victim. We talking about Karen. Listen. Let's talk about Karen. Let's talk about Black Sharon. Black Sharon just as worse as white Karen. So you sitting arouse us to say, get ready to tell up. These people are playing me. Somebody want to know what's the number so they can call them. Kimberly?
It says Kim.
Kimberly.
I'm sorry. Listen, I apologize. Please don't shoot. You're dealing with a man that fight. What I got?
Old age.
No, babe, we're not talking about limit. Y'all better not disrespect my wife.
Wow.
Yeah, she old and gray. Yes, she had blind, not needing cockeyed. That's mine. I love her.
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. You have more proof of gray than me. But anyway. All right.
Personal.
No, sir.
She got a little fight back from last night. That's what I'm talking about, Smitty. Yeah.
Nah.
Well, she should use that.
Oh, I knew you was. Anyway, so
you hear the man call Sherry a turd?
No, I ain't hear that now.
A long turd. We need to be doing some change instead of sitting up here looking like a long turd.
No, I ain't catch that.
It was a sneak diss. It was a sneak.
So
who did that? The smarty pants guy?
I'm sure he had to be him.
No, he wouldn't say that.
It was the preacher.
The second one.
What, the woman preacher?
The one that had a history.
She is, but
hey, you know what? That woman preacher, man, she still hurt. She started talking about her ex-husband. Why did she bring that up?
Well,
yeah, because my ex-husband. I'm like, what you mean? I didn't even know you was married or divorced. Why you just telling that? Why?
Well,
hey man, woman in power.
People running. The goal is to get people to sympathize as well. Empathy, sympathy, and then you want people to agree. So a woman will typically sometimes, when they're a single woman, use the end of I'm fighting the system. I'm a single mother woman. So let's not, but sometimes when you find a person in that position, you get a person that lashes out at people and not at the issue.
I wouldn't vote for a single person.
All of this based upon really people looking at people's approach. Always remember this, and I tell y'all that. There's always an agenda behind a speech. There's always an agenda and an influence being trying to push. You just have to look at what agenda fits you. You know, what are people actually trying to get you to see, or what are people saying when they're talking and they're not saying, but they are saying? These are key critical things that I try to look at when you deal with people. Genuineness, honesty. And people, when you know, at the end of the day, the person, like me, I'm not the person you want to vote for any position, because I'm the guy that will run a campaign with a one boot. And I'll let you know why I only have one boot? Because I put the other one where it goes. Please don't make me use this one, because I will push forcefully for the fact of what I represent, what I stand for. Now, people say he rough on the edges. I don't do, and that's understandable, but I care about the person. So when you look at people, you're not trying to project so much politics or antics or wordplay on things. When it comes down to it, being able to address people and getting people on one coming in, whether it's the educated man, the uneducated man, but we have more people that are quote unquote middle class than we have people that are, high expectators or whatever you want to call people, people that we've called elitist. It's important to be able to meet people on every end and say, where do we bridge the gap to where we bring everybody back to common man, regardless of what you achieve, regardless of what you do. And I feel like Tawanya is a person that could do that. It's not a campaign sale. It's just being practical. It's good to know that you can be versatile, but being able to reach the common man. Look at me. I got people, you have a degree. Dr. Joe, degree. Alex, degree. Tawanya, degree. A lot of my members have a degree. I have 98.6. I can reach people to bridge a gap to where we can all sit down and agree on the issue versus I can't agree with him because he didn't have a degree, or I can't agree with him because I feel like he's too smart, he's trying to be too witty, he talks over my head. No, I try to talk to the common man. Every one of us, regardless of a degree, what we have, we all have empathy or sympathy. We all have a bridge point inside of us where we can at least come to agree on the issue. A lot of times people miss that on trying to target a one specific group, whether all black, all white, all Hispanic. I mean, let's just be honest. If we all made ourselves, then I think we would have a right to defend just that one nationality. Since none of us made ourselves, we were all basically put here. We have to learn how to work out among ourselves. How do we get the gap to where we come back, regardless of my color skin, regardless of my education, regardless of your color skin, regardless of your education? Where do we meet and bridge the gap to where we fix the problem? If there's a problem, the problem got to be fixed. Whether I'm a nigga, whether you're a cracker, whether she's a spick, whether he's people don't let the word. This is where people you give these words power, okay? Whatever you want to call chink or wetback, go ahead. Let's do that. That's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, since none of us made ourselves, and all of our criticism about other people come from people that are not of the same ethnicity. So this is your form of way of trying to belittle a person. Why do we come and bridge the gap to say, how do we live together? How do we successfully fit the problem? The economy is shot. Who we gonna blame it on? The white man? We all play a part. The black man? Who we all play? The Hispanic? We all a part of this system. So where we come and get that common goal, common grip to where we fix the problem. Let's attack. Let's go with the same hate at each other and let's focus it at the problem. Unemployment, healthcare, our elderly people, forced out of their home and going to nursing homes. Let's deal with real issues. Let's get over playing the word game about bureaucracy and this thing. People don't even know what you're talking about. All I know, if I have a problem, I need it fixed. That's what the common man is looking at. If you go into the hospital, you can't breathe. Right now, you can't breathe at the hospital. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to talk to you about PPO, the PPO versus the HMO. Is this the conversation we need to have right now?
No, I can't breathe.
I'm talking about, see, your insurance only allots for, you have a $1 million payout lifetime. You can't breathe. What do you want right now?
Yeah.
Air.
Guess what I'm trying to get on the real. Tawanya is a person can deliver that message. People don't need it. People are sick and tired. The people that's why one reason why Donald Trump is beating people is because they see him as what? A common man, which he's not. He's learned how to sway these people, sway them into looking at people he's gripping, he's getting educated, uneducated, because people find I hear something genuine, even though it's stupid. Even though he looks like he's a divider and he's not bringing people together. I don't know, regardless of your color. Listen, I am Republican on so many views. You know what I'm saying? I'm conservative on so many views.
So many.
It's ridiculous because we're looking at less government, less intrusion, more people involvement, and we're needing people to be able to live. All these, the Democrats, Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Green Party, all these parties have failed us. Let's stop partying, let's get to work. That's all we got is parties. That's all we got. At some point, you've all been to the party. How long can you stay at the party before you go back to work?
Mm-hmm.
Let's scratch the record and go to work. That's it. Kill it. Kill this white, black stuff. Yes, it is a problem. I'm not lying. It's a problem. But it's too many of us looking at the issue and not the race. Don't even focus on them right now. Let's focus on the people that's saying, let's fix the problem. They don't outnumber us. We're going to kill time. Let's go after white. Let's go get more black jobs. Let's just stop it. We have more blacks in position today than we've ever had and more failure. Yes, whites did a terrible job when they X'd us out, when we didn't have a part. But then when we got in here, we became worse than them. And no one's talking generally and putting the blame where it goes. We have failed. Somebody said to me from president, I guarantee they don't want me because I'll be as real as they're going to get it. Listen, if it was up to me, I'll cut out a piece of America. Everybody, white, racist, I'll give it to you. You can have it. And I won't put you nowhere bad. That's your right. If you're that dumb, if you're that brainless to believe you made yourself white, I want to put you somewhere where you and other people that think like you can be together and don't suck at people with a brain. If you black pro and you don't want to be with nobody but that darky nigga, I want to put you somewhere where you don't suck up the air from people with a brain. If you anti-Semitic, if you're anti-Asian, anti-Hispanic, whatever your issue, it takes all of us to fix this problem. Quit being stupid. We outnumber these people. Why are we listening to them? You don't have to like everybody. You ain't have to go with everybody, but we got to respect each other, even the homosexual. I don't like it. I'm not signing one bill to say you can go put it in somebody behind a mouth. Not interested. That's your private business in your home. I have sex with my wife in my home, not on no street. Hold
That's right.
I can't tell you. Hold on, let me back up.
All right.
We done been some places. But I ain't talking about not laying out no cut. Okay, listen. Let's move on. We're not gonna let this turn up from
wherever you be, let the water run free.
That's if you're trying to pee. But no, I don't think I have a right as a married man, as a quote unquote, they call him heterosexual, I say straight man, with my straight wife to have sex in the street in public with people and say accept it. I don't have that right. At this point, I infringe on other people's right. I don't have a right to go sit in other people's yard and draw on their house because I don't like the color of their skin or their nationality or religion. I am a Yehudi. I think everyone has the right to choose whatever religion you want. Your choice. I chose this and no one made me, and I don't think there should be a law to make me do it. It is my choice. This is what I do, and no one has the right to come and make me stop it. You can voice your opinion. You can make videos that I will not watch. You do not have the right to tell me what religion or what Elohim I serve, nor do I with you. I can voice my opinion. I can put down what I would say as facts the same way you can. I don't have the right to come and burn you up. I don't have the right to tear down your church, mosque, whatever it is. We got to, people learn what your rights are.
Mm-hmm.
When your rights infringe upon the rights of others, quit it. Quit it. This shouldn't even be a question. Now that's it. Y'all want me? Vote for me. One boot.
We need you.
Boot.
We need your name on one of these ballots now.
You can write it in.
I think the country will change just like my country.
No, the deadline for write-ins, I think, is tomorrow.
You can write in the day of.
No, that's what I thought. But I actually visited the supervisor of elections today.
Man, you ran the supervisor election.
So
it was coming.
Don't know what y'all talking about.
So what you're saying is not necessarily incorrect, but it is.
I don't care. I don't care what you.
Write him in.
So you can write whatever you want to on it, but if you want it to actually be considered,
right?
Because your write-in can actually be considered. It actually can be considered, and you know what I mean. In order for it to be considered, then there's a particular date that you have to go to the supervisor of election office to actually list yourself as a write-in.
You know
will
that
actually be considered. But so you can go on the day of and write whatever you want to on the write-in slot. But if you want it to be considered, then that person you're writing in, they actually have to make certain they file a certain write-in request with that particular supervisor of election. That's something I did not know. I just found it out today.
Let me, who are that? Lakakara. Let me tell you something, Lakakara. Let me tell you that. I want my mom to know.
She is hilarious. Oh man.
Lakakara.
One dude. Yeah, what Lakakara?
That sounds like a hotel, don't it? Where you standing? I'm standing at the La Sierra.
Oh, that was a La Sierra, man. Listen, this is my listen, people don't like me because I'm telling you something. I ain't gonna dare sit here and tell people, oh, I'm the realist, ain't nobody real. That stuff is stupid. Let me say that, if I may.
Sure.
Yes, sir. We'll put you on the big screen.
I think we ought to come to understand. You know how people say, oh, I'm real. Let me explain something to everybody. First of all, there's no person that's fake. They say, well, you fake because you be lying. Let me be practical. Fake. You are a human being. You are just basically just who you are. So if you're a liar, if you're a person that you're a two-time person and you can't stay one, that's not being fake, as people call it. You just who you are. Mm-hmm. I am who I am. I will not sit here and say I'm the realist. Because when you keep pointing your horn on that, you're trying to convince yourself and not others. Who you are will prove you out. I have been doing what I do for 26 years, married 29 years. So I prove myself to be the person I am. I'm a person for change. For myself. I think in order to get real growth, you have to have the versatility to be able to change. Acknowledge where you're wrong.
That's true.
Willing to make, y'all know me for how long I make changes.
Yes, sir. I appreciate
it. If I come at something I'm wrong, I will come back and I will say, you know what? I was wrong. I mean, one time Judge said something, I thought he said something, what I said in private.
Yeah.
I came back and I said,
yep.
That's being a human being. That's all you ask from people. You're a human being. Quit saying, oh, everybody fake. That's dumb. You saying dumb stuff. People not fake. Your life experience create and it forms who you are. You're good with who you are. You should be always open and willing for change. You know, some people say, oh, I know someone. Oh, blank everybody else. Oh, people have to accept me. That is an inferiority complex that you have. I want to be, let me say this. I want to be accepted by people. I want to be liked by people. I want to be loved by people. There is something wrong with you when you make these statements. Blank everybody. Nobody ain't got to like me. Blank me. Nobody got. You're saying hug me, kiss me. Please don't let me go. Dr. Joe, you are a therapist. Agree or disagree?
I agree. Absolutely.
That is a mental. You have a mental. I'm helping you out. You have a mental problem. Listen. Everyone will not accept me, will not embrace me. Every person wants that. Don't lie. Don't just stop lying to yourself. You're just a liar. It's not you fake. You're just a liar. You had learned to come to grips with the truth. You are afraid if you told the truth, you will be let down. I can tell the truth. I want people to like me. I want everyone to like me. I want everyone to love me. I want everyone to want to be around me. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop saying dumb stuff. People not fake. You just got to learn to recreate, restructure yourself. Every human being is real. You just do think a homosexual is not a fake person. A homosexual is a person that lives a lie. Because you tell yourself things that's not actually true. See, certain words and certain statements we formulate don't give people opportunity to change. Anytime, oh man, everybody fake, everyone, that says something about your character. You couldn't possibly believe that you are the only person on that planet that's real. That's great. That's nonsense. Stop lying to yourself. Other people are too. It's just people are afraid of opening up themselves to hurt. No one wants to be rejected. I used to go and I talk to a girl. Listen, I picked who I would attract, talk to. Some I would have, but I didn't because I didn't want rejection. And a woman told me no, I let her know. I said, listen, I didn't know you were homosexual. I ain't lie, you tell her. They mean, what? I said, you could have told me you were gay. And I said loud. Because I want them to know. You heard me. I heard them. Oh, I speak to the girl, she kept walking. I said, hey, hey, if you think you were stuck up, look at that light pole. I say it loud too. They be like, oh yeah, listen, I hiss. Yeah, because I don't like no rejection. And by the way, that ain't but a few times.
You really don't.
What you say?
You really don't. That's true about you.
Oh, yeah, what? Don't reject me tonight. What time this show go off?
About
I feel my sinuses going off.
29 minutes.
Listen, when I get too old where I can't do it, Smith, we just gonna lay there like we doing it. I got a vibrating bed. If I can't move, I'm just gonna turn the bed on.
Stop it.
I keep it real. I keep it real.
Y'all got a house.
Yeah.
Both for one boot.
Y'all got a house to yourself.
What you do?
Y'all got a house to yourself. That's crazy.
Listen, man, I love it too. And all I get around here, poop.
Yeah, boy. Appreciate
Well,
that
preacher,
house to yourself.
I'm gonna narrow the house down. Go ahead. What you want to ask?
With what you're saying, you're absolutely right. But unfortunately, and I'm talking as me, I'm not talking as Resident Joe, not my career, because I am gonna bash it a little bit. This area, this career teaches the world to accept themselves how they are. Be pleased with who you are. Who cares what everybody? And one of the things that I try to work on in my field is like, it's not okay to do what you're doing, but I feel happy and comfortable. But it's not okay. But majority we are taught to say, if you feel happy and comfortable, do that.
Mm-hmm.
And a majority of the times it's not okay. So I feel like they're teaching us. We're trained to say that. If we have to be very careful telling someone that they're wrong because it might cause something. Right. So, this world, and you see a lot of motivational speakers talking about the same thing. Be content with yourself, find yourself, forget about everybody else, be happy. And I think that's wrong because being happy sometimes what you're doing is not the correct thing. You should be uncomfortable and try to fix yourself, and all of us, including myself. But that's what we're taught to teach. We are taught to train. My career. I'm going to bash it because I always felt like that was wrong. But we have to do it. If not, we can get in trouble. I'm talking as me. I'm not talking as therapy. Me.
It's in the eye of the beholder though, because if you feel you have this in a certain way, and somebody has another belief in you, they can tell you wrong.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They say, okay, the way you're saying you're not right. You need to be, because it's just that whoever you're talking to in that certain, state.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody, like people say, nobody want to be wrong. Nobody wants to be wrong. It's just that on how people was growing up. I was thinking about it the other day. You have people like that's Hindu. That's all they grew up knowing. That's it. I mean, that's their mindset. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody was to come different, no, this is what I was taught.
Yeah.
When I had to get up in the morning, I was going to a Baptist church.
Yep.
And nothing else. That's where I was.
Right.
That's why I went. Sunday school. If I would have got up saying I'm gonna be a Jehovah Witness, Jehovah who?
Yep.
I probably wouldn't have ate that day. I'm devilish. It's just the mindset on what people feed.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying? What people feed you until you come of an age to realize that people can't pee on your head and not tell you it ain't raining. No, what's going on? No, something not right. You get what I'm saying? Something's not right. And it takes that, in your mindset to kind of figure it out. But every man seems like, that they're right doing what they're doing in a certain situation. Because in that field, you would have people that's of homosexual tendencies. That is a therapist.
Facts.
And in that role, you're saying, no, I want to be straight. I want to do it. And they fight in their mind, they saying, well, no.
Yup.
And then when they're choosing, when you're choosing your therapist, right? They'll say, okay, do you want a woman? Do you want them to be married?
Yes.
Do you want them to be what nationality do you want your therapist to be? So off the grip, you're already in your mind formulating the person that you want to help you. Like you already got it set. No, I want a woman. They got to be of this caliber. I don't want nobody. Do they got all their eyes? I mean, is the eyes not crooked? I want the person to be pleasant to the eye that's talking to me. And it's just a mindset on people going in on listening. To what does that matter when it's right? It's just that the eye has to be relaxed or have to be listened.
Right.
I'm talking who I'm talking to. You get what I'm saying? And you got a lot of black people that don't want a black therapist. They want somebody from a whole nother different nationality to see it different than what they see it.
That's true.
They want it from a different perspective. So it's like, man, I ain't never. I asked my parents the other day. I said, "Have y'all ever had therapy?" It wasn't no thing back then.
Mm-hmm.
Therapy, we had to cope. We had to do what we had to do.
Right.
They had therapy back
Same
then.
here.
People have always had therapy. Don't believe that.
Yeah, I went to a therapist when I was young.
Not like that. Stop it. People,
Wow.
all they do is going to somebody for recommendations. Sometimes you get caught on titles. People used to talk whether
Constantly.
to their sisters, to their friends. People have always had it.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about as far as doctors on how it's readily accessible. Hey,
therapy. This is the thing you look at when y'all. This is what y'all look at when you deal with a therapist. Okay, you're basically dealing with somebody with dealing with medical knowledge of certain parts of the brain, attributes about certain things, hormonal issues. But when you're dealing with people, you got to know people. I agree that therapists can be chosen and should be chosen in a lot of cases. I think religious preference should be a key because if I come to you about certain issues, I have problems. Say I have problems with my wife sexually. I have problems with my wife sexually, and I like to think about other women. This is not true. Now, I'm just being honest. Based off of your religion, you might say, "Well, that's fine because you're not actually with that person, but you're with the person that you're supposed to be." You use that technique in order to help you. It's like a guy told me one time, he said, "Well, what I do," he says, "nothing wrong, even though you order what you want, you still look at the menu." I said, "I tell you what I do when I finish ordering, I get them the menu. I'm done." I said, "I order, I don't look at the menu no more. Okay. I order what I want when I got it." So using that don't work. From what I believe religiously, to look at someone to lust on to have that desire with them is the same as me having to act with the person. So not having a person the same religious, even sometimes racially. Sometimes a person of another nationality don't understand. Just use me, quote unquote, as they would say African American. I don't agree with, but they would say certain things that I might seem highly irritable about or whatever. You would have to be a person that understands the rationale of the quote unquote black man, African American. You have to understand all of the causes that pushes a person that's of my ethnicity to be the type of person I am. So sometimes picking a person, if it's just an issue, sometimes you can use anybody regardless of the color. But certain things based upon religion and how your religion stands is important when you're picking a therapist. Certain things based upon situation are going to be really based off of that person being the same ethnicity. So there are cases. I understand what you're saying, Boston, but to be known, and Joe, you can chime in and tell me whether you agree or not. there are certain times that will play a major part, because I would not want to talk to somebody that's of another religion, because you'll be open to based off of your studies, and you don't understand it contradicts my religious belief, which is part of my conviction.
Mhm.
So you're trying to get me to do something that's we're going to be combative.
Mhm.
That's nothing. People do it all the time. He said, well, you think on I'm saying,
Very difficult.
No, I don't believe no stuff like that. I don't believe it. So that's not going to work. You're trying to sell somebody a bad bill of goods. So that's going to be important, I think, for therapists. Like I said, depending on the issue, a lot of times it would be better to have someone that's like ethnicity. Just depending. What you think about it?
Yeah, I could think of a lot of situations where cultural, like I had an occasion where the family was of another culture and the therapist was white. And, because we correct our children differently, and the white woman was not familiar with that, the whole CPS was involved because the mom corrected the child in a certain way, that if it would have been me, it would have been completely different, because I know that cultural wise, we are corrected a little bit stronger than that particular therapist. But I could say sometimes me personally giving therapy to someone that's not of my same beliefs is difficult, because sometimes we can't cross that line. And it's like you have to stay within the professional field, but it also is like, I don't agree with what you're trying to, with what you're asking me to help you. So at that point, you have to transfer it to someone else, and you can get in trouble for that. You can get in trouble for that. You have to actually say, hey, I'm busy, I can't take another client, or you can't say in particular, I don't agree with what this person is trying to ask me to help. And as much as I'm trying to tell her this is incorrect, she can actually sue me. So, it's very delicate. That's why even for us, we can choose to deny certain other cultural or ethnicities for certain reasons. And it can be a discrepancy there if you are not careful and you choose to give. I can't give therapy to certain population, and I agree, and I know myself. I'm not going to say the population, but I definitely know I cannot give therapy to all the populations out here. I literally have to see what the background and what they need help with, and if I can't help them, I'm going to be honest with myself and say I can't take them. Because it could be a huge problem for me and for that other person.
Right.
So yeah. I also, by the way, saying, I remember being in my master's degree program, and my professor was gay, and it was one of my clinical classes. And while he was teaching us, how to be empathetic to this population that he was.
Right.
And I was a Christian, although I was a Christian, but still Christian, but I still grew up being Christian. So, and that sense, to me, it bothered me. But you couldn't. They defend them so much, you couldn't say anything. But he was so strong about it. Like, you guys got to learn their laws and defend this population, and make sure that when you guys go out there, you guys they're suffering. And then he used to make us watch videos where they abuse homosexuals and make us feel really bad, to the point that it was almost like brainwashing us a little bit, where this person was raped. Can you imagine how they're just like everyone else? But I just wouldn't know how to help. I wouldn't understand that population. So and I couldn't say that in class, because then I could have
right.
But
would you agree that you have some therapists that are referred, like a doctor will say you need to go see a therapist?
Yeah.
And then you have some therapists that people are in the professional realm, and that says, I want to physically myself go out and seek the person. I want to go and seek a therapist.
Yeah.
In that case, what I was referring to is those people right there that's actually trying to get the because when they had the when I was in school, they had the presentation. It's a whole thing on what they choose. What kind of person do you want?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole realm, but it's just like some people shouldn't. You want to get the person that's in your religion, but that's not how they choose. You know, that's not how they choose it.
And it also depends on your health insurance too. If you have your health insurance, they're going to give you whoever you get. I mean, at that point, you're actually just happy that you're not going to pay for a therapist. So you just get whoever you're going to get. Versus you were able to pay for a therapist, then you're able to choose and you get a good therapist.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult, and I have to say that nowadays it has been 2024 has been the most difficult. I would say for a majority of the therapists that run with values to work with people, because I feel like they're lost. And so you're trying to teach someone to come and, hey, you're struggling because you have no values. You just live that free. But they're not listening. They're like, what do you mean? I just want to be happy and at peace. And it's like,
I need to see kids, right?
I didn't hear you, Smitty. Sorry.
Are they kids or adults?
Kids and adults. And it's mainly and it runs from teenagers to adults.
Yeah.
I feel like the little ones are more receptive to what you're telling them, and but teenagers, it's like they're their own self. They have no authority. This is what I think. I'm not going nowhere else, and just help my parents understand, or whoever's raising me understand that this is what I want to do. And it's a very difficult times right now working in this field, and I guess psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, because especially if you have some type of belief, because these kids and these adults are not running with that. They're running with the modern thinking, which is be happy, do what pleases you, and at that point you just got to stay professional and help them kind of align and be disciplined. That's all you can do.
Can I say this? What would be good about how they pretty much get you, they trap people into their system. It has to be a way to establish yourself, but then you can't. How they get you, in order for you to be able to take insurance, you have to have the license or be certified. Then in order for you to be recognized in court, in order for you to be able to prescribe medication or different things like that, they kind of rail you into their system to where, and there is a need for guidelines, just like with preacher. There's a reason there's a need for guidelines, but there has to be the ability to be able to deal with the situation, because every situation is a case-by-case situation. Sometimes what people need is a stern correction and not medication, or they kind of make you go around things, and because you have to go around, it prolongs the healing or the correction, because based off of the guidelines of how it's set, I can't legally say, or I can't do, so therefore I have to kind of go all the way around, and it really puts a person longer under therapy, and it puts a person under a diagnosis, or put them on diagnosis.
Right.
Looking for a stereotype. Now, based off this stereotype, I got to put you on based off of the criteria of being a therapist and how they label people, which pushes you again away. When a lot of times, a lot of situations can be with, let me get your behind on here. Let me straighten your behind. There are a lot of every case.
That's true though. That's true. You're right.
Listen, that's where I fit in. I have people.
Absolutely, preacher.
And I listen. I
do get results.
I'm telling you, you got to know, and what happens. And let me say there is a real need for therapists, psychiatrists.
Absolutely.
There are people that really need it, because among other things, they just have problems coping with. Everybody can't, like they might say, well, preacher, you're good at what you're doing. I would not suggest that to everybody. You really have to know a person. You really have to, you really have to have yourself together. I think a problem is with some therapists, not all. Let me say this. Majority, some not. A lot of people don't really have themselves together.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
So when it comes down to actually dealing with people, They can't deal with themselves. Like me, I tell people, I'm a realist when it comes down to myself, and it's important for me to be effective. I'll sit down sometimes in the studio. I said, let me be real with you. I'm going to do it anyway, but I'll say that for the fact of, I'm coming from a genuine place.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to people about things about myself, things I've done, because I've come to grips with things about myself. I looked at how I've avoided things in my life. You can say it really ain't nothing, you keep going, but it can affect you when you're dealing with other people. A lot of times people create this phantom world, or create this phantom likeness of themselves when that's not actually who you are or what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to mimic something in someone else, and that's not actually you. To deal with people and help people, you really have to know people and understand when you gained, when people genuinely, sincerely need help, when people are looking for crutches.
Right.
You know this. You do this in stars and shit stars. I don't see no 100 for me. I see 100. Dwayne's a genius.
Yeah.
I want my.
Hey, you told me that too, though, before preacher. You told me that too.
Who?
You did.
I
But
said,
go ahead. Don't interrupt your story. Go tell your story. Don't set me sidetrack.
But yeah, but in all honesty, there needs to be therapists that get together and say, listen, we need to be able to break away from this and then still be able to help people, because the system hurts people that really can get direct help and correct certain things. Just like if a person want to come to be in a homosexual lifestyle because of licensing and other things, they have insurance and now ethic codes, they're trying to make like this is an ethic thing when this is a human thing. All I need is 2 women or 2 men to come up with a baby among themselves. It's not hard to find out whether or not it makes sense, okay?
Facts.
Don't come to people that can procreate and correct us. We are the people that put everyone else here, okay?
Correct.
So let's get to fact. Let's get with that. Let's tell people this is a choice that you're making. You're not going to put this on the creator. You're not going to put this on, it's because I've been there. Now I'm saying that there are people now that have been started at an early age. They have been cultivated into homosexuality because they were less as a child. They're going to believe it's normal. The brain will still come back and let you know there's some abnormalcy with this. I don't care how much. Your brain is not going to listen. I don't care if they raise you as a little boy. Your brain is going to let you. There's an abnormality. Your body's going to have some reject. I don't care what they put in your brain. Try to make you conform to. Just like slavery. They thought that if they got the first people, if they had kids and you raised enough of them in slavery, that they would be susceptible. But the brain would not say, no, this is not a normacy. So this is not normal. So there are things your body will reject. And we have to let people know, if you choose that lifestyle, you choose the lifestyle. You will not take this and say, this is something that comes from the higher power. This is your choice at this point. And no win is a person's choice. But you can't put this around and say, this is normal, this is acceptable, this is no. We don't have to accept it. We can respect your decision to where we leave you alone, but we will not let you cross lines that are not known. You cannot have a marriage license. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
There are things, listen, let them listen. That's your choice. No one's ever stopped people being homosexual. There have been laws for hundreds of years where they've arrested people being homosexual. People have beat up homosexual. People have beat up. There has not been laws where people have been taken since, back years, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years. So don't put this junk on you need no laws.
Yeah.
These are choices. They have tried to infringe upon us through laws to make us accept it. There's not a law that can make my mind accept something you do that I know is wrong. And it's a waste of time to put it on paper. Because I don't care what no judge say, no Supreme Court, no circuit court, no state court. You can't make me accept something I'm not going to accept. And therapists need the right and need the ability to be able to say, listen, I cannot agree with you on that. That is your choice. But you have to, fortunately, you got to sit here and you spend more time trying to figure how to deal with someone I agree with, do not affect this in my career. Then they'll try to put it to making things criminal.
Yes.
The therapist really needs help.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not the therapist. It's a trap job.
Yeah, it really is, right. And they've put the system have made it so horrible to the point where if you have a business, if you have a license, you have to put a diagnosis there. If not, you're not getting paid. So if I decide that, I'm giving therapy to someone and, hey, I'm not going to diagnose you. In the plan, you have to put a diagnosis in order to get paid.
What's the
Either-
average? What's one of your typical diagnoses? 80% of the time that you're diagnosed with people.
ADHD and depression. I would put majority of the time depression, because I feel like we all have gone through depression.
Right.
So I kind of like to go kind of like that's my window out of it. But if they see some other kind of behavior, they can flag you like, wait, this behavior does not match with just depression. So
Right.
you can get in trouble. But in order for someone to get paid with a license, somebody that has their own business, you have, even if I do a nonprofit and I have therapists there, in order to bill and get paid, you have to put a diagnosis. So the system has made it like that. In order for you to get paid, you have to have a diagnosis for the child.
Which therapists pay the most? Is it professional therapists?
What do you mean? Which professional therapist?
As far as like the licensing, you got your social worker therapist, your marriage and family therapist, mental health therapist, a professional therapist. Which one of those different?
Psychiatrists get paid the most because they're the ones that can give medication.
Okay.
Then everyone else, it all depends on what job do you have, and licenses. It doesn't matter. It depends on what company or what job you're working for. But pretty much it just varies. But psychiatrists get paid the most because they're able to prescribe medication, and it's connected to the system where the system is making money with this medication. It really comes down to who makes more money for. And I mean, honestly, at this point, like I said, I'm talking as Joanna. I'm not talking as a therapist because the information I'm giving you, I'm not supposed to, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
it's like the one that gives the most money to the government, to the system, that's the one to make the most money. So psychiatrists make the most money. I thought about going back to getting my psychiatry degree, but I don't agree with giving people medication, and not everyone needs medication.
That's right.
So I don't feel like it's fair that I've thought about doing a nonprofit and then just having therapists there and me just managing them, so that way I don't have to be involved in diagnosing, because it's getting to that point where it's getting uncomfortable for people if they have beliefs and come from values, background. It's getting really, really uncomfortable, especially with the LGBTQ. We have trainings of that. We are mandatory to have trainings of that. It's serious, yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you something. You said ADHD and depression. Can one person be diagnosed with both?
Yes.
How is that? ADHD is like, you can't pay attention, and then depression is somebody who,
because you have that manic time of ADHD, and then you have that regular time where you can have depression. So it all depends on what triggered, and then what you're feeling because of this, and in reality. And I always go to I have to see their background. And if I have seen continuously traumas from baby to 7, I can see where that high diagnosis comes from, because that's when the brain was completely developed. But if I see that trauma came a little bit later,
yeah,
I feel like that can be tweaked. That's just the way I've worked. I feel like that could be fixed in a certain way. But when they're little and they've gone through certain things, sometimes that's where that's like that really serious diagnosis come from.
But you have to know their history. They would have to share that and not just say, well, I don't know what's wrong with me for months and months and months. But you have to be able to, I know, I'm sure you're trained on how to pull that out of someone who wouldn't want to tell you.
Yeah. Well, there's a book, and then there's also a book that we call it the Bible for us, by the way. Right. And when we're in school, in a clinical school, they tell you, like, you guys need to know this Bible from front to back, which is impossible. It's all this diagnosis, and that's what we're stemmed from diagnosing our clients. But everyone has anxieties nowadays. Everyone has depression nowadays. Everyone has ADHD nowadays, because it just everyone has it. So that's a majority of things that we do diagnose right now. But I think those are things that could be changed rather than how people are making it seem right now. Like, I have ADHD and I have depression, and I don't want to diminish it because that's not what I'm trying to do. That's not my career. Does not call for me to do that. I have compassion for everyone, but I feel like there is ways to help you. And if you don't want to be helped, then I'm not the therapist for you. I'm not going to say you're crippled when you're able to walk.
Right.
So, but sometimes that could be a controversy in my field because we have to be compassionate and empathize with the person, and if that person says that they can't fix themselves, then you just got to understand and be at their pace. So it just gets
drag out.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you, and I know because of things, and that's the problem with helping people. And you can see the system is not designed to help people. Whether it's not even just the therapist. So we don't want to limit it to with ministers, in ministerial, in the healthcare field, because there are other techniques, other medications that can be given that are corrective medicines to heal, which is illegal to say I can heal you, which shows you that this is what people have to get to grips with. And I told me and Tonya and I talked about that, how you come in to help people. It's being genuine to the point of just be honest with people and frank. The system is not designed to help you. It's really not. When you go to one of these systems, you say, like, if your wife went and said, okay, my husband is abusing him, I need to get out, they will give her limited help, not enough to actually stay away. They will leave her almost in a situation to be killed, possibly, or they do just enough to really get them hurt, then really help you to get away from it. They won't help you and your wife. You can't even say, listen, I'm trying to keep you going back to I can't afford to keep my well. Fill out this paperwork. It's other program. They're not designed to keep you together. They're designed to help you guys break up. But they'll still be minimal enough to where they'll get her just enough help to where your kids will have to go to the streets. Yeah. There's not people just need to know the truth. Even with churches, we can give you $100, but I'm gonna be honest with you. There is not a real system designed to help people, and people need to know that. There's not a politician going to tell you what, because of bureaucracy, because of certain things, because of the city, because the county does it. It's not designed to execute, but we the people can change that. Just like therapists that are genuine truth say, listen, we don't have to subscribe to them. People that need help will come to us. They will have to pay out of pocket, but we can at least be genuine and get them back their life, so you don't hold us to your ethics to where now you make me a person criminal. Right. A doctor can be criminally charged if they do something outside of their hypocritical oath. They crowd is hypocritical oath, hypocrite, because it makes no sense. You sworn to life, but you yourself say legally I can't say I can heal you. So how you saving my life?
They make you signed. Like if you're married to this system.
But because they don't really want to help people. Any program that's designed to help people is shut down or minimized.
Yep.
Once they find out you helping people, and you listen, I can assure you, look at the federal government. Is it being lessened or is it being more increased?
More increased.
So that's why it's not helping. Now, what do we have? More unemployment. We have more COVID victims. We got the measles. Look at what we have. But you have more government. Whenever they give you more, it's to lessen something else, because there has to be a balance.
Right.
These people need to think. So in order for us to become help to people, we the people have to say we have to unsubscribe. White people taught us some good things. We didn't know that you okay, you asked me to do something and I don't do it. You know what you'll say? Tony, you're not cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. White people can go and say, we unincorporate. That is saying I'm not cooperating. What am I saying when I say I uncorporate? But look at the terminology. If your parents sent a letter home and said Alice was not cooperating, what does that mean? Oh, he's unincorporating. I mean, what you behind in there doing? When they tell you to do something, why don't we say that D-City, Sandy Springs did it? All these people, look when they don't want to do something. It's called, basically, they play word game. I'm not cooperating because I don't agree. Why don't therapists, why don't preachers, why don't people, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, why don't we come together and we start unincorporated, if you like that word better? Quit being stupid.
Yeah.
We the people have power. You can't tell us what we can't do. We are the people. The government is only set up functioning for the will of the people. You have a will that's been given you from the government. That makes no sense. You should not be cooperating. It was only there. The only purpose of you paying your taxes is for the protection of the federal government to keep what is the will of the people. Most people don't know what the government is for. Democrats right here trying to push for government. It makes no sense. Government is not meeting the will of the people. It's not functioning. You should not be cooperating, people. You need people to stop cooperating. With cooperation, you are losing. What's the job market right now? What's the unemployment rate? What's the interest rate on buying a home? The American dream is owning a home.
Yeah.
You can afford it if you bought it. Stop cooperating. Get people to say, listen, I want somebody that's going to unincorporate. If you don't want to say it, not cooperate. Cooperating people are hurting us. Vote for me, one boot. Because we kicking behind.
People are scared, though, Rob. People are really scared to like lose your job. Like, they
That's
make it so
what-
hard for people. You know,
That's how they make you cooperate. But you need to be more afraid. You know, I tell people, I have people, they say, man, preacher don't be caring. Preacher go out there and preach. Look, listen, I take some losses. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Listen, I'm a winner. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. Y'all better ask somebody know me. You want to put your money on me? I'm a winner because I don't quit. Listen, when stuff don't work out with me, it's gotta work out with me. I don't quit. One thing I make sure first, I'm living right. My intent is right when I go out and do it, and I go at it. Look, listen, unstoppable. Y'all hear me? Unstoppable. My first priority, make sure I'm living right with this man, Yahuwah, and his son, Yahushua HaMashiach. My focus and my intent is that the way of y'all is going to eat. Because whenever I got, they got to eat. And I got people here that sing about it. I'm about this thing. I don't have to make no more about it. You watch my action. The way of y'all going to eat. If I'm eating, they going to eat. They ain't going to never be outside. If I'm inside, they going to be inside. That's my pledge through Yahuwah, Yahushua HaMashiach. I'm serious about this thing. So it's got to work out for me.
Mm-hmm.
It got to work out for me. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Listen, I tell you what.
And not every therapist is for everyone. Just like you say, not every preacher is for everyone. I can feel sorry for a certain period of time, but at another certain period of time, if you're not, I'm not the one for you. Because I'm gonna say you need to like get it together.
Ask people that came out here before everyone of them got in. They'll tell you about me. I tell people, listen, I ain't gonna be able to take you. Listen, am I lying about it?
You be coming the first day. You want to get it baptized, immersed? That started on Glenwood.
That better stop. I don't see it. I don't see it. Listen, you get mad. People get mad. Oh, I'm false. But I wasn't false. You were trying to get in. Listen, because I can't help everybody. These people, listen. If y'all watch me, I call my members out on live streaming. I let them have it, but I guarantee you this: I got their back.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee they ain't sitting eating out no trash can. They ain't putting nothing in their mouth off nobody's body to get nothing, including my body. These mama ain't finna. I tell you ain't bowing down to nobody. You ain't begging nobody for nothing, cause we don't teach that here. We in here to get. Oh, they gonna get correct, cause you know why? I'll harp them. Yeah. I'm gonna tell them the truth on live streaming. Oh, they know I will, cause I care. And I don't want nobody to never get them out that street and make no fool out of them. So if I get them here, they know if somebody care, they're going to tell them the truth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had somebody I was on here. I was typing some long 10 minutes. I let them know where I'm at. I said, because I don't want to be no hypocrite. So I let you know exactly where I'm at. Y'all seen it coming to long 10 minutes. I was letting them know I was on here texting. Because I said, I want you to know where I'm at. Make no mistakes. This is me. Do I tell everybody how I feel? No, I don't. It's all based upon how he put it on me. When he lay it on me, then you finna get it. I'm gonna lay it. Listen, I'm gonna spread that thing like Miracle Whip. Mm-hmm. Oh, here he come.
Oh,
yeah. They know how it is. He said, no. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Angela, I do now. Thanks. He said, I do now. Whatever it is, he do now. What happened? He said, no, Kodash Y'all were what? No, Royal Kadash. Y'all were okay.
I think he was saying like him and John Gamble, they did him like that.
Him and Johnny Gamble about the ADHD.
Listen, man, Johnny Gamble, he kept trying to tell me. Let me tell you what I ain't like. Don't associate me. That man talking to my face, talking about preacher. You remember they said we were dealing? I said, hold, stop. Nobody never told me. You remember when I said, hold, man, slow down. And then you saying that stuff all loud. I said, at that point, I got to lie if they did, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have no loud. Pastor, you remember when they said we were dyslexic? I said, oh, man, I can't. Come on, man, you messed my money, man. Mm-hmm. But they never told me that. So then that man told me, and then another educator told him, he said, well, actually, Kerry, that's wrong. Actually, more white people are than black. He said, that's why I was asking a question. I said, you can't do that, Kerry. They just gonna throwback picture, Kerry. Listen, you gotta love him. Kerry, long time. Listen, I know that man, my generation. That man, don't be putting on your my generation. That's Kerry. But listen, listen, you ain't gonna find nobody like Kerry. I'm gonna say that about Kerry. Kerry 100. Now, honestly, if Kerry with you, that's the truth now. Kerry with you. I ain't gonna tell you. Listen, if Kerry with you, you're not talking Kerry now. And I cannot talk Kerry. I know I can talk. Listen, you can stop it. You not just let it go. You're gonna run out of alcohol. Kerry gonna keep talking till you get through. He got 5 more words to go behind it. So I learned, let Kerry have it. That man he's sure to me that he has a graded hospital birth certificate because he was born in graded. I'm assuring Kerry, if you was at home, Kerry, you came out, the umbilical cord cut, and you've been circumcised at home with a butcher knife. When you finally get the graded hospital, your mama is holding 2 of your hands. You holding her 2 pinky, and she walk you up the graded hospital step at the door to take in a hospital, and you get us a birth certificate, and then say you born in graded hospital. This is a fraud. That's Look at there you go. Look at him. That's real Atlanta. Real Atlanta. Don't do that, Kerry. You can't, Kerry. We can't do it. Atlanta can do a lot of stuff. We can host Olympics. We had a world football team, Elba the Falcon. A team that don't exist. Man, people forget we got a basketball team that's so terrible.
Don't do that.
They terrible. The Hawks terrible. Now, our baseball team has definitely improved. We got to. Our college football, Georgia pulled us out. GT used to be known. People forget Georgia Tech in Georgia.
Yeah.
That was good years ago. Basketball, never. Travis Benz, all. Listen, Georgia Georgia is ranked so high right now. Florida, y'all had a long time about it. Miami, Florida State. Y'all had that thing. Listen, Georgia got that thing, boy. We don't put football back on the map.
Y'all got all our coaches.
Oh, you gonna put that on the coach?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Listen, but whatever you want to talk about.
I'm supposed to be going there next week.
Okay. I need to go. I'll go down there.
But man, Grady.
Look at him, man. Hold on. We're not doing this.
Oh, well, Florida.
No, he's talking about down the job. Look at that, man. Hugh Spalding is not great. Kerry, we're not doing this, Kerry. We don't move on. I told you he got to have, what I say, 5 more words. Then look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more words. Then I said Kerry got to have the last word.
I appreciate you're going to end up on a desk.
Then he still keep going. Look at that. Hugh Spalding, not great. They ain't going, what he going to have now? Joe Heisman came from Georgia. See that? They fight him, Kerry. I'm glad because you're not born that great, but we love you. Listen, Inglewood Apartments is still decent. It just, you can't say Grady, baby.
They had 3 people shot in here in Stockbridge yesterday. They said
one time.
No, it was the same time, but one of them was at the Dollar Tree, and then the other one went to the Popeyes. But it was the same incident.
They shot them. I guess they were running. They went from the.
They were running, yeah. And they took them way to Grady from Stockbridge.
And you know why they took it now? They looking for Kerry. You know what, Kerry? They can shoot them. Kerry, you do know when I got shot, they took me to Grady. Because you know what? Grady know they own. That's true. Grady know they own. Kerry, everything held to Kerry. You know they take Kerry back to Inglewood. And the apartment closed. Man, the ambulance just ride around the parking lot. It one way and one just look at where we're gonna take Kerry. Because they take you back where you were born at. So they just ride around the parking lot for Kerry about 35 minutes.
Now let me say this now. I may get blasted for this, but I gotta say it because y'all my people. Y'all my
He
people.
said he saw that. I know you didn't.
Y'all
You back.
What?
Think about what
Do
you're saying.
Do y'all know? Do you know who Henry Grady is?
Yeah, he's a white man.
Yeah.
I'm saying, do you know what he stood for?
Racist.
Racist.
And the quotes that he said.
I don't know his quote, but I know he's a white man. That was great.
Oh my goodness, that's because you know they had to remove his name from elementary school.
Oh,
No, Grady.
Great high school.
They had to remove his name, and they was fighting to do it from the hospital as well because some of the quotes that he said. It was crazy. It was crazy. No, I just thought about that.
It's been the bell hot pillar. Let me tell you something. There's not a university hospital that's named after a Caucasian person that didn't have negative views about blacks. They've covered it for years, and now you got whites that even come along now saying, typically from up north that moved down, that migrated down, looked at, that type of rhetoric mentality should be erased and removed. People just like Ulysses Grant became what Grant was the president too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Grant was Andrew Grant. Ulysses was Andrew Grant.
You talking about
Ulysses Grant, the general.
Ulysses Grant was the president.
Was the president? That's right. Former military.
Yeah, he was the 17th. Mm-hmm. He was the 18th president.
Yeah, and what happened with him was he actually came around and he took away some of the rights of the Negro in Georgia. After Sherman came through and burned down Atlanta for resisting and not wanting to conform to the Confederate, Savannah did. They actually gave blacks. He also gave, it was about, I think about 400-something acres, 1,000 acres. They were dividing into giving blacks 40 acres, and they gave, that's how the mule came in as well. He gave them the 40 as well as the mule. The mules were the extra mule that the military didn't need anymore. Well, when Jackson came in, when Grant came in, Grant actually took that away from blacks. So blacks actually did get the 40 acres on the mule. They didn't tell you that. They did get it. Sherman actually gave it to them. This was a military general that actually came through pushing it. He gave it to you. But when he came into office, he actually took it from blacks. So you have to really look at these people, and there's so much history in everyone. Of course, that's why
that's amazing. They gave us freedom and took it away.
Yeah,
that's what the 40 acres and a mule was, to be declared a free man in these states.
Well, with a mule, you can work. That's what you used to work the property. I mean, that was the best run you're gonna hit. You had the acres, you had a mule, but they took it from the blacks and gave it back to the Confederates. So the Confederates never lost. That's why white people still. Do y'all understand? Let me just tell you how America works and why you really have to get people conscious. These people in positions will get up and don't have the common sense of a baboon, or even of a rock, to sit still, and not be moved. So these people don't even understand. When you see the Confederate flag, that is the same. That is equivalent to bringing an ISIS flag. If I went down to the Capitol building with an ISIS flag, do you not know these people would arrest me? If I went down with an Al Qaeda flag, the Confederate flag is the same thing. The Confederate was against the United States. That's what the military for, against all terror, foreign or domestic. So to have the Confederate flag is actually against the Constitution. All of your military bases are named after Confederate soldiers. Tell me this? What base would they name Osama bin Laden?
Allah Akbar.
Hussein. Which one? Which one? Hamas. White people just be conscious for a while you hate me and fight me. You hypocrite. You a hypocrite because you will sit here and you will say these people want to kill America. What did the Confederates want to do? When the North, they were trying to, you have a flag and you know what you call that flag? The United States. They don't even know terminology. What is the United States? The ED shows has been done. United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands. These white people sit here, and when you ride that flag, guess who has it on? Your government vehicles will have this Confederate flag. The government vehicles are against this is the same equivalent as Al Qaeda, as Hamas, as ISIS. Y'all don't even think. You don't even think. But if you have a shirt with an X on it, you hate America. Which Malcolm X put it there because he said in the mathematical, it does not have a determination in a sense. So he says, I don't know, it's in a sense the unknown, but seeing what the equation at the end gives you the idea of what it is. That's what he's trying to do. Based on me being here, looking at the equation, what it equals out, I put the X. I know that I'm not American. I know that I don't belong to you. And I figured this out based off of the end result of the equation. So this is what, but yet white people induced us to believe that if you put that X, that you are a terrorist. But you have a Confederate flag who actually fought against America, who killed people who were fighting for the United States of America. So I'm so blown away with your hypocrisy. People are so ignorant. And this is us. But that's what it is. I appreciate the tea. I think I'm getting better. I'm ready. You gonna do it outside? What we gonna do?
Okay.
If it's cold, I gotta put a towel cover my behind. I can't get cold.
Yeah, the day was the hottest day in Georgia this year. So you know, like that pollen.
Listen, I was out there. I went to Sparta. I sent pictures. Y'all got pictures? You can show McDonald's. Y'all got a picture? I cried.
You were the Sparta?
I went to Sparta. I sent a picture of McDonald's. Tula, can you put it up down?
McDonald's?
No, man, I told they had me to walk up to the store to the McDonald's, and I was gonna buy my cousin.
Yeah.
You can't put
You know
it
what's interesting about that? I watched one of the first episodes of The Heat of the Night yesterday.
That's from Sparta, Mississippi.
No, but it was shot right here in Georgia.
Georgia, up the street from the car dealership.
Yeah. And I in that episode, it was the episode when the black guy was it Virgil?
Yeah.
Virgil just came back to the police force with the white guy, and they had a very bumping heads because it was a whole bunch of disputes, and Virgil, they had to shut offices, and Virgil wanted to put that Martin Luther King picture up in the office, and then the white guy, he had that Confederate flag guy in the office. He was like, you can't put that up here. He said, you got that up here, that Confederate guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let him know, man.
Yeah, he said that was a good episode. But Sparta, I know it was Sparta, Mississippi. But some of the areas on when it is shot, you can tell like the area in that old town. And that I'm bringing that up. That's what a lot of the older people in Conyers, they don't want to lose. They don't want to lose that old sense, of keeping their town. I'm like, man, times change, but they don't want that. Sparta, and that's crazy. I know Sparta was probably harder than what it was here.
Well, it was actually nice. I was up on I seen the old listen, man. I seen people I ain't seen in over 30 years. They were like, Tony, they've been over 30 years.
What you had down there, preacher?
Tony the bus driver, his mom passed.
Oh, okay.
I sent a video that's his
his reality show came out.
I sent a video. You got a video you put up there him talking about Smitty.
I saw the first clip of it.
I'm gonna send him on that.
With Drewski, and the first clip of the episode, he arguing with the people inside the bus.
Yeah.
Oh,
what are we doing?
I'm seeing video. I got a video. I'm gonna send. I want y'all to put up there. Tony. This is Tony. Hold on for a minute. Oh, he told me about my wife. Listen, this is Tony. He told me this man, he's crazy. he was talking about it. He told me about applying for a job, a part-time job. He got us sit over here. This boy, then I tell he changed. Listen, I told him, I said, boy, you ain't changed 1 iota bit. And when I tell you he is crazy, just as crazy. Don't drink, don't smoke, and he need to, because just for the fact I don't suggest it.
Is he around your age, a little older, or what?
Well, yeah, apart.
Okay, so when you was going down there, that was your running buddy then.
I mean, we were family, so I wouldn't call him running buddy. But see, when I was going down there, so I mean, we were family, but people that really, you gotta remember, I was with a lot of older of our cousins and all. So yeah, I was 14. I was in a nightclub. I was telling I was in a nightclub. When they were 14, they was at school. They were going to school because they didn't know me down there, the principals and all. I just sent their videos with it. You play that video of him. Oh my goodness! I just sent a video of him. This is one too. You trying to tell me about you? So I'm gonna be checking. You can play it right quick. This is one he told me about you.
Just a second.
Huh?
Hold on.
Okay, you fine. Yeah, listen. The man is crazy. So he was telling me, he was showing me that, but I told him, I said, man, I don't know how to go on that Instagram. He was telling me about it. He showed that first show was like, they got it.
I saw the second video. Send me too.
I just sent the second. You showed the second was about you. You showed the first one.
Yeah, that first episode was hilarious, man.
He ain't nothing but a nut. Me and him supposed to do something. He wanted to come over to the house and do something. I said, man, boy, you know good and well. He told me both of them get thrown out. I said, that's you. He crazy as he want to be. Ain't nothing changed. But yeah, I went down there. When I seen Tony today, I hadn't seen him in probably face to face. I ain't seen him over 30. A lot of them, some people, I ain't seen him in over 30 years. And I'm telling about study. Like, you still remember that? I'm like, yeah, it's been over 30 years. I try to stay with this. And they knew I got out here. I got wild. I got loose. Another old friend of mine from back, it been some years. He died today too. I was like, damn, heart attack. He died. Yeah.
Good.
Man, yeah, folks leaving here.
In Atlanta, that's Sparta.
That's Sparta. He had a heart attack. He died today. Yeah, I was like, goodness, boy, people leave. I told him, I said, everything dying down here, boy. Here ain't nobody staying. Passed out a lot. Okay. Yeah, you see the video, you got the video. Yeah, but yeah, it was good to see him, you know. Hey, the circle stand went down there for, but I went down there, I wanted to see him, and I told him I said shoot. Because I missed when their dad passed. Because I was like, I was busy, but I was like, I missed out one time. I told they know Saturday. They all know they know Saturdays. I like that's out the question for me. Y'all know Saturdays. Y'all had to count somebody else, say sorry to hear about your friend. Listen, he good. Listen, that time. I appreciate that. And listen, that time, believe me, when I said I look at it like they were people. I look at that time. I appreciate the time I had here in life, and that's just life. At the end of the day, it's unfortunate. Y'all saw I sent my McDonald's picture. They hurt my feelings so bad, man. That hurt.
You saying McDonald's?
Yeah, the restaurant.
What you thought he said?
I'm thinking talking like McDonald's, Georgia. I'm like, what is
man? I said that. You put that too. They hurt me so bad. They can show the picture. Man, let me tell you something. Them guys made me up so bad, man.
That's Stoner was the McDonald's.
I said, listen, man. Them jokers said, listen, man. What hurt me so bad, right? They told me that stuff. I said, he said, what in the world? What happened? So I got down. I was hurt because I didn't get no McDonald's. The last exit to get is Madison. And we got down there, road to the house. They got down there. I said, man, I ain't getting no McDonald's. They said, we got a McDonald's. I said, where? They said, up the road. They call it the road. I said, a McDonald's? They were like, yeah. I said, hold on for a minute. A McDonald's? They were like, yeah, up the road you passed. Some said to him, we walking. This is like a mile and some change. This is a country mile. We walking. I'm telling them, man, listen, I'm going to buy you something, okay? I'm like, Oprah. I'm like, yeah, we walking. When I got up there showing that picture, listen, I just cried. Listen, man, Buster, I cried. Oh my heart. Now I kept saying, let me get this straight. I miss McDonald's. They like, it up the road, we walking. Them baboons walked me all the way to that store. Oh, that thing hurt me so bad.
Did you have money?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy them something. I'm gonna buy you what you want. I'm gonna get a Big Mac.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a Big Mac, the large fry. I'm gonna get a drink.
Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt. Yeah, that
I
hurt.
was hungry.
Yeah, that hurt.
Oh man, that thing hurt me. Oh man, y'all made my head hurt.
Yeah.
So when I seen the store, I rolled out. I just pulled in the parking lot. I was still pissed. I realized today I have not grown.
It's a paint store. I think a paint store.
Listen, but there it is. But listen, back then it had a white sign right by. It had a white sign of the homemade sign, and the man wrote McDonald with a magic marker. I just cried. Listen, man. When all that was in me, all in me, man, I was probably like 11 years old. I just cried. I was done.
Hey, Sweetie, that man say you stealing all preacher money.
What?
Put the video up there. Why you play the video?
Yeah.
Put the video up there. Let's see what it says.
Just a second.
Hey, he got his knife on his hip like it's a police.
What he listen, Tony is crazy. Y'all please forgive me. What?
Can y'all see it?
So you gotta download it.
It says Sherwood Cloud.
Oh, yell it. Oh, okay. It won't. Hold on. I did download it. Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, go to the top and play it.
I did. Huh? Yeah, I did. I don't know why it went away.
What's 11?
Andrew, please don't laugh about it. That thing hurt me, man. That was a trying time in my life. That scarred me so bad, man. Ooh, that hurt me bad. Man, you turned that back in 1979. That's when they had real meat.
Right.
That's right.
1979.
My wife born July the 1st. Oh, boy, she got to spend how much?
Can you hold on, you don't put the picture out there? You can show the video.
Hold on. I'm about to show it.
Hold on, she about to show it now.
It's a process for doing that. Just FYI.
Right there, that one, but then got the other one. We can't see the light glaring it too, so you can't see.
Right, just hold on.
She said, "Just hold on, Boston. She don't get it." Then you got the picture. He about crazy though. No, he ain't about crazy. I be lying. He is crazy. But I tell you, them guys walk me up there, man. That thing just ripped my heart out, man. It's just like you can't do. I'm saying y'all there. Anybody that do that to a kid, you need to be arrested.
Preacher, how old was his mom? Your aunt?
70. That's cousin. So I don't cousin through her. So 70. She about 75.
She's kind of young still.
So her husband had just passed last year this time. That time, about it was just a couple of days away.
Yeah, that's what they say, man. When older folks die, they die right behind each other.
No.
That's what happened with my grandparents, right? One after the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to still stay around a while. I don't know, Smith. You went. I probably go not too far behind you. You know, I was 20, 35, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? So we can't be riding there together.
Please.
I'm still young. He said, "Did I eat anything from down there?" I tell you why I ate that. I got off in Siloam, Georgia. And when I got off in there, I went into the Flying J and I bought a chicken sandwich. They was 2 for $8. When I got the rest, they was $11 for 2. I said, and we will not. I have climbed and looked there. They had a note. They had a thing up there saying 2 for $8. I said, now why would I pay you that? When I'm looking at the thing, she said, well, the price changed. I said, I don't care what the price said. That's what the price is right now. She said, well, you lucky the day I'm here. Somebody else wouldn't do it. I said, they were here. They'll do the same thing you're gonna do. You cannot advertise it 2 for $8 and you're gonna tell me no $11 when I get up here some change. So she went on and did. But anyway, listen, it was on a bag taped up. Listen, man, them thing taped just the good of Chick-fil-A. I was shocked. So I ate me 2 of them right there in the car. I bought me one of them.
They had to be good.
Listen, I don't even eat sandwiches like that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they were slim. They had about 3 pickles on it. Listen, I said, I hit them pickles. I said, oh my goodness. I started I left. So I ate my food before I got it. Listen, I love my family, but I know my family, they'll put pork in water. So I talked to Tony. Tony said, you don't eat no pork, do you? I said, and you know I don't. He said, boy, you missed it. He said, boy, look at him. who his brother Alvin, he said, boy, he cooked some barbecue. He put some pigtails on the grill. And woo! He said, boy, you'd have had to eat some. I said, and no, I wouldn't either. I sure you ain't nothing off a pig you gonna put on there gonna make me say I gotta eat it. But I said, I didn't know you could put pigtail on the grill.
Me neither.
He said, "Oh, put them on that." He said, man, put that sauce. I'm like, Tony, I assure you, I would not eat pigtail.
I'm country dude, man. They cook
But people back then, they put anything. They put nails if they can.
Listen, I can't eat that. Listen, I got some more. Listen, some more. I got some more family down there. I didn't get to see them. I just went to see them. They mom and I ain't seen nobody. I was like, down. I told Ali, I'm here to straight back up. I know people in YE because I came to see them and I want to come back up. When I come to Sparta, that's a long ride. I stopped what I was doing to go down there. So I'm like, I'm going, I'm coming back. And I tell you what, I said, boy, it was good to go down there and see it. I said, I dread to ride back. Me and that truck, listen, when I carried that driveway, me and that truck, listen, I had that truck climbing trying to get them down. Listen, I was climbing. My truck locked down. My truck said, we got to get to the city, Dad.
How far was it?
Probably about an hour, 45 minutes, but not in my truck. Listen, I come out them woods. Let me tell you something, man. I know the sheriff. I know people. Listen, I come out them woods, climbing. When I get out there, my truck knows what she got to do. I said, listen. I tell her, once we get to the highway, we out of here. I'm wrong. I told her, I said, man, I got to get back to the city.
That's your mom or dad's side?
Mom's side. My dad's side, Greene County. Both sides, my mom, my dad's side are both of the largest group of people in both of the counties. The Smith family is like one of the largest in Greene County. Then the Clay to that side. Then we connect the Dix. It's some because see them all these country folk cross over each other because everybody done been over each other. Folks, this it's so bad. People still find out who people daddies are now. The country, everybody just crossed over each other.
They're my crazy cousin.
Oh,
Tony,
yeah.
This I interviewed Tony for driving. Tony, what you can drive?
He gonna drive part time midday.
You got, boy. Tony, we talking about the truck. Which one the truck?
Anything you got.
A stick?
Stick, goddamn.
You need an automatic. You do know how to because everybody.
Man, that's a bitch truck, man. I drive the real shit. I like to ship them motherfuckers.
Like to ship. So how, when we can count on you to drive, Tony?
Shit, anytime. I'm ready tonight. I'll take a load.
Tony, how you gonna do it tonight?
Don't worry about it. We get it there. What time you got to be there?
Oh my God, we in trouble. Tony, you gotta be big. You got the funeral. You gotta
Don't worry about the funeral. My mama said get that money and then I'll show up.
But you gotta cook. What you gonna do about?
Don't worry about cook. Where I get another man to cook. You paying?
Listen, Philip, who gonna cook? Who he gonna get the cook, Philip?
It's probably gonna be me.
He gonna be you. Ain't want to know. Can we trust the Philip?
Hey, how much you pay?
How we don't figure? How about we do this? How about you do a couple of trial runs?
I don't do no trial,
nigga.
nigga.
Let's see how it work out. Let's see how it work out.
Now work out my ass. How much you paying?
Tony, let's see how it work out for you. You run it like you do a couple of runs, then we see how it work out. Then we say, you know what, this work out.
So that mean they ain't gonna get paid.
Don't say that. Don't say no. Don't say it. Let's say let's try it out. You know how you do.
I don't like
on the
trying
dog
that.
trailer.
I like to come ready to do it now. Trying shit, goddamn it, that shit is different. Let's say, hey dog, I got you something to do, and come on do that, and then how I pay, and we'll make it do.
Now tell them how they can watch your show, Tony. So you got the show going now. Y'all got y'all show running so people know how to watch.
Oh, you can go on YouTube?
Go on YouTube. And
pull up, Coulda Been, COULDA, Ben, BEEN, House.
And they can watch it. They got the
First
episode
and the second episode.
And y'all can see my crazy cousin.
Damn right.
Philip, is he gonna get me and you on that, Philip?
I'm hoping he would. I'm hoping he would.
Philip said he count bills right now. So if me and Philip go, can me and Philip get a show? Can we get on there?
Well, I think y'all might put me off the show, especially your monkey ass.
Why you crazy?
He's a nut.
Hmm.
Now that guy Philip, listen. That was a crazy man. A long time I ain't seen guy in a long time.
Let's see how you do.
So what? Oh, she got another one. Yeah, he tell me about you. So I got.
No, I don't have another one. I'm just trying to get this off. I don't know how to do that. Okay, so let me think. Here. Huh, there we go. Okay. I was learning. All right. Well, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, when somebody gonna call her out, he told me to make sure I check it too. I'm gonna be checking.
Check me.
Basha got the video right quick, don't Basha?
Yes, sir.
Let me hear what he said.
Hold on, kid. Hey, kid, over.
What? Let me see. I ain't seen that one.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
good.
Mike wasn't with you. We would have lost. Oh, you definitely lost them down there. They cooking 2 pigs. They had case of ribs.
And that man said that was the McDonald's, man.
Man, that thing hurt me so bad, man. She can't put them pictures up now. Oh, they be.
What you say about it? My wife born July the 1st. Oh boy, she got her shit straight. She got it straight. How much? She got some money? Oh, she got stash. She taking your money, putting it in her plate, spending all the rest. Who give my money? You better check that shit when you get home. What you say about it? My wife born July.
He talking about the council. He said you make sure. He said, oh, blank.
Oh yeah.
His mama's birthday was July the 1st. I said, my wife July. Yeah. And his older brother. Yeah, July the 1st.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Get what he told me. He said, oh, blank. He said, I tell you now, cuz she keep that money. She don't play broke. He said they good for hiding money. That's amazing. Cause I sure know you, yes, Miss Thief.
That's called hiding money, or that just called
Thievenism.
Putting away money.
I ain't know none of her bank accounts. She on all of mine. How's that work?
Isn't that how it's supposed to be?
There you go. So look at that. Hey, Quaisha.
You keep yourself
good to see you, sweetie. Miss you, Quaisha.
Yeah, Quaisha, come still, girl. What?
And also, yeah, I got a chimp. I got a chimp I know about. I can show you. I'm trying to train her how to ride a bike. I just got it where he can peel a banana. I mean, it ain't good, but I can't expect much out of chimp. But he pretty good. So make sure you come to her. She said, oh, my Afro. She said, hey, man, we miss you too, Quaisha. We'll harp you. We love you. Harp and love, we do, Quaisha. Love you, love you, love you. I told Al I seen you on here the other day. We seen Al that she stole up nutty. Like her mama always steals. So came down the right truck to get something fixed and ain't pay her bill. Boy, my 2 girls, woo, they terrible. They calling that Austin just let them do what they want to do. I said, Austin, why they not paying their bill? He said,
she can't pay.
When she gonna pay? Like her mama. You got to pay up tonight.
What?
Yeah, you got to pay up tonight.
I ain't got time. I'm tired.
I don't see nothing wrong. That's why I got to vibrate back.
With that little bump and cry.
Whoa. I ain't even, how you know that? Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly. I just got thrown in. She said, oh, y'all. She said, I love y'all too. Ellen, I say, hey, I tell her. Ooh, I'm trying to get Ellen straight up. Oh, she thinks she all that too.
Y'all tomorrow.
I'm too cute. I said, oh my
She
goodness. She thinks she too cute. She got that stuff on her mama. Just say it. Just say it. Resident Joe. Oh yeah, it's free. Yeah, it's a free. That's right. That's how I said.
I'm just preacher. I'm just following you. I'm following my leader. I was finishing your song.
You know my song. I'm trying to figure how you know it.
Yeah, I wasn't always in the synagogue. I was.
Oh, there she go. Look at that. And do you see it? We gotta keep our eyes on
I'm a changed woman nowadays, people.
We're gonna find you. Listen. Also, what she supposed to do? She owes these fans on him. We paid money. She's supposed to a little tone in the toilet for her husband. Now her husband had never seen. I said he need to know he married. A little turn. Ain't gotta be no. I told him, don't get that clogger. Don't get the one that bounce in there in white and then leave a scrape and leave a little scrape on side the bowl. Put him a little something in the water and then go out and just test it. I know something in the bathroom. Let him go in there. He's let him see it. He didn't see if it got an indention. Is it just one smooth rope? Or if it like is a rope, then you can see like the bands in the rope. That's y'all need to know each other. Look at Blondell. What is it saying? Where Joanna get that from? I know she. That's right. Where you get that from, John?
The song.
That's what he's saying. That's what. Listen, my chimp want to know where you got. The chimp want to know where you got it from.
I used to listen to this music.
It sounds like you just played it lately. Cause you sure picked it up mighty fast. We gotta find out. Is this the After Dark version too? I think it's the After Dark version. We about to listen.
It's about to be for Tony and Tuli. So we gotta let them
late. My sinuses were kicking. I was out there in that country. I did not realize when I came back in. That stuff whooped me up.
And how you
That's right.
The chimp is here. Yeah, I seen it. Listen. Woo, look at him. I've been trying to track. Listen, I tried to do like throw some banana because they said don't feed them. I don't want to go over the cage and get bit. So I threw the banana and it hit the monkey in the head. I'm trying to get the monkey to learn how to catch the whole banana without me just hitting him in the head. So keep working, keep watching. I'm trying to get a video where I better show people called How to Train Your Monkey. You throw the banana and the monkey probably to catch it, peel it right quick and eat it. But then monkey a little slow, so give me some time. Hear that? Haywood. Y'all see that? Oh, look out. Haywood. Hey, you get a check. You get a check. I'm still working with the monkey. You hear the monkey? That's that disrespect for monkey. Now I got to work with that. That monkey needs some help there. We're going to work with that monkey. But listen, y'all, we appreciate y'all. We'll hub y'all. Y'all mean a lot to us coming on and spending time with us week to week. And we can't say enough how much. Yeah, he needs some checks. I'm gonna joke so many checks. He gonna think he rich. He don't have the bank line here. We gonna have so many checks. Yeah. We appreciate all y'all so much for being on here, coming on here with us every week, putting up with us, enjoying the conversation with us, listening to us. I encourage all you guys to always search you to do what you can do to better you, for you, not for people. A lot of time, what people want from you isn't always the best you. So just think about what I said. People say, I want the best for you, I want the best for you. But sometimes what people want you to do doesn't always make for the best you. So always consider with changing for relationships, does it make for the best you? The best you is the one that you can live with, that you can be comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you got to do first. You have to feel good about yourself and be comfortable with yourself in order for other people to. That doesn't mean sometimes people might say, well, if I just tell everybody F for myself, that makes me feel good about myself. And that's not actually true. That's more of a defect with yourself. Feeling good about you and being the better you doesn't mean you have to hurt other people. And when you have to do that to be the better you, that says something about the lack of you or not really addressing you fully. What'd you say, Resident Joe? There's no way the best me is hurting everybody else. Mm-hmm. The best me should make for a better me with others as well. Regardless of our differences of opinion, we should still have a type of quorum with one another. There should still be, there should be a mutual to agree to disagree without, I know they say violently being disagreeable, but we have to, take other people, but basically without trying to hurt or take away or defame the other. So I encourage that to everybody for that reason that was laid on me to say, because I always want to work to be the better me, and I can grow every day. It's the spirit, Miss Val, that white Jesus take over, and I can't control who need a check. Hey, what's that? Here come a holla holla. I like that. Sit down. That's that speaking tongue. Val, you get a check. We're not fighting the spirit, so you get repping them checks tomorrow too, Val. Tomorrow is payday, Val. You and Haiti with y'all get a big fat check tomorrow. But we'll hardball y'all. Listen, we got to get ready to go. Tula got to get here and pay our debts off. Tony and I already checking for that money. I can't get my money back. I get some work. Get on and get it. Work. Don't defraud. You know the book said, defraud ye not one another. Yeah. Work. Come on, get it. Work. Oh, here we go. I better start and throw my load.
All right, y'all. Good night.
Yeah, we're about to take it back. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. 2 mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. 2 nights and a mind. 2 nights and a mind. 2 nights and a mind. 2 nights. Watch this. And a mind.
All right, you do something better. I'll do something better, and we'll be better together. Until
y'all. Y'all. See y'all tomorrow night. Make sure you don't be late. 7 o'clock. Don't you be late. We gonna party.